talkSPORT Sports Update with NordVPN. 24/7 digital privacy and protection in one easy-to-use app.
Good afternoon, I'm Max Scott here with your sports headlines. Martin Keown says Man City's below-par performance in the Community Shield was a big wake-up call for the football club.
They looked a little bit lost yesterday, and then so a Rodri leaving the football club later on in the day. You know, you've lost De Bruyne, Gundogan, the Stones is gone, Bernardo Silva. These are big losses from the football club, so there will be concern.
As for Arsenal, Simon Jordan says the club are now benefiting from the stability brought by Mikel Arteta.
To me, it's no surprise that Arsenal won. They're not a club in transition. They're in a club in ascent. They've got a stable base. They've got a group of players that have performed very well last year and won the Premier League and got that monkey off their backs. They've got some knowledge behind them now. They're now winners.
Now, with Rodri on his way to Barcelona, we're told City are close to the signing of Ayoub Bouadi from Lille. Here's our senior football correspondent, Ben Jacobs.
City are now in final stage negotiations. The players already agreed to the move, and my expectation is this one gets done, and likely we get clarity on Bouadi joining before we get a culmination to the Enzo Fernandez saga.
For all the latest transfer news, head to the website talksport.com. Now, new Scotland head coach Sebastian Pocagnoli says he's looking forward to building on the foundations built by Steve Clarke.
When you think about Scotland, you think that they are back on the map with World Cup and big tournaments. So that's for me a strong foundation that I have to use it.
The former Monaco and Union Saint-Gilloise boss has signed a 2-year contract. And remember the Swansea ball boy who was kicked by Eden Hazard? Well, he's just made over 100 million quid selling his vodka brand.
talkSPORT News.
The government's defended its decision to send an emergency phone alert warning of wildfires, and long-term benefit claimants will be made to clean up their local high street if Reform UK get into power. More with Emma at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. This summer, treat yourself to Bridgestone Turanza all-season 6 tyres with a 25,000 mileage guarantee. Book today at quickfit.com. Conditions apply.
Rain in northern England and Wales tonight. Still warm and dry in the south.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Yeah. And Darren Bent's here as well. FA Cup final, Champions League final. That was nice.
Fun.
But how are you?
I'm good, Juice.
Nice to see you.
You look well.
High five, man.
You look well, man.
You look good, right?
Look at the tan. Look at you. Look at the boy.
Hot and pan on me, yeah. About time. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, do you know, we've got a show for you today. Arsenal hammered Man City in the curtain raiser yesterday. So should City fans be worried about their top 4 chances? 03717223334. We'll start with that. The EFL returned this weekend. It returned with controversy as West Brom beat Norwich. So we'll be asking whether or not the Championship needs VAR. And with some Chelsea fans booing Enzo Fernandez on Saturday, we'll be asking whether you should ever boo your own player. All that plus, of course, Bentley's EFL Corner returns. And we'll be joined by a former 1500-metre gold medalist at the Euros. Georgina Hunter-Bell will be on the show. I know you watched it yesterday. We watched it. Very excited. Georgina's on our show. This is Drive. This is talkSPORT. Welcome back, me. Thank you. 03717223344 if you would like to be a part of today's show.
We'll have a bit of that.
We will have a bit of that. Good afternoon, everyone. It's lovely to
Goldstein, how are you?
I'm great.
You know what? First and foremost, thank you for bringing me a gift back from your holidays.
Oh, yeah.
You brought me some mango homebrew hot sauce.
You like that from Antigua?
From Antigua. I don't know what camera I'm supposed to look at. That's one here, I think. Yeah.
You like that?
Beautiful.
By the way, I bought 2 bottles of that.
Good job.
I've got the other one. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, thank you for that. Appreciate it. But you've...
Hold on. What, you bought me?
No.
Or is it? Isn't it? Because he wouldn't have come back empty.
I haven't got it yet.
What?
It's there.
Oh, is it?
I haven't got it yet.
No, I haven't got it.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Backpack.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's a backpack.
Oh, you got for free?
No, not that one. There's another one coming.
Oh,
2.
Oh, okay.
Got you one.
Yeah, no, this is a bit weird because someone's sending me a backpack. Yeah. So have you opened my post?
Barry?
Already? Yes.
Yeah. The same guy.
Very funny. That's very funny. But no, it's great to be back. Yep. I was only off for 2 weeks. The first ever 2-week holiday as a family we've ever had. I don't think I've had a 2-week holiday. My missus, I've known her. I don't know how many.
But it feels that long, right? Because you've had the breakfast gig for a little while.
Oh, yeah, so we
didn't work with you then.
Yeah, but we worked together at the World Cup.
Yeah, incredible.
but I have been on a mini retirement, as Gary Neville would say.
How was the pool?
The pool's fantastic. PWL, the 9-ball pool.
Yeah, because I did watch it, and if I'm honest, I thought your best performance was the one you lost.
It was.
I thought you played really well in that.
That's the best I've ever played, actually. So the first game I played, I got tonked, I think, 9-4. Played terrible. I haven't played pool for a long, long time. Played terrible. Then I put 2 hours of practice in, and I won my next match 8-5.
Yep.
8-4, something like that. And then the next match, I was 8-4 down, got back to 8-7, called a foul myself at 8-7.
Yeah.
He didn't see it, ref didn't see it, and I was like, I've just clipped that 8-ball.
And he cleaned up. But a couple of nice bankers.
That's what?
Bankers.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Whole length of the table.
Yeah.
Beautiful that was.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
I think I was watching it while I was on holiday, and I said, go on, the boy.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah.
You
played well. Played really well.
Yeah, no, it's good to be back. I've seen all the standings on this show and the other shows.
Yeah. How are you rating them?
Dear, some of the names I didn't even know half of them. I was like,
no,
I can't wait to get back.
There's been a couple. Obviously Rory. I've worked with you since Rory.
Yeah.
Jamie did well. O'Hara. He was good fun.
Yeah.
He was good fun.
I mean, he only got that gig because Rory wasn't available that day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. But he did well.
No, I think everyone did well. I mean, you can't remember how. I mean, it's like standing in for like McCartney when.
Yeah, you love that Beatles reference, didn't you? You love that.
But no, it's nice to be back. I should say thanks for all the very kind messages when I was playing the pool. There was lots of support for me in the pool. It's very kind. So
yeah.
I was blown away by that. That was nice.
And now you're back to work.
And now I'm back with a bang.
Arsenal Premier League champions. Thought I'd get there early.
Yeah. Should we start with that? We've got lots coming up. But should we start with? Well, we'll talk about your side a bit later on.
Yep.
We're going to start with Man City, and we'll ask the question about Enzo Maresca and his side. Are they in a bit of trouble?
Feeds it into Erdogan. Great touch. Chance to make it 3. Easily strokes it into the net. It's a wonderful Arsenal move. Enzo Maresca's team are being blown away in Cardiff.
It is remarkably difficult to follow someone that's achieved the things that Guardiola achieved.
I'm not sure I'm giving any City players pass marks. Never mind anything else.
It'll be an interesting one, and that performance and that result will certainly make a few sit up and listen, I think.
Arsenal score Manchester City. Enzo Maresca, it couldn't have gone any worse, really.
Yeah, Enzo Maresca's first competitive game as City boss ended in a 3-0 defeat to Arsenal in yesterday's Community Shield. They were behind after just 24 seconds. And after the game, we heard the news that the club had agreed a deal to sell Rodri to Barcelona. Maresca spoke to talkSPORT following the game and said there were positives in their performance.
The goal we conceded after the first one, I was quite happy because we didn't concede nothing. We create 3-4 chances to draw the game, but unfortunately then we conceded the second one, that there is a mistake there. But again, it's just the beginning, and now we need to, from next game, next Sunday, we start the Premier League, and the focus has to be about that.
Let's talk about the game. Before we talk in detail about Enzo Maresca, I always feel with the Community Shield that if you win it, it means everything.
Yep.
And if you lose it, it means absolutely nothing. It's like, well, it's it's a curtain raiser. We're not really going for it. It's played at sort of friendly rate, etc.
Yeah.
But having said that, I did think that Arsenal look. I can only judge it on what I've seen. Arsenal looked exceptional.
Yeah.
One of the best performances I've seen in the Community Shield. I don't know what that means, but at the same time, Man City looked really poor.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. I thought Arsenal looked fantastic from the very first minute.
I mean, calm it down a bit.
I know that we're gonna talk about Arsenal later, but they cannot sell Lewis Skelly. He cannot leave.
I don't understand why that's even a link.
I don't think it can be. I honestly don't think it can be. But I thought Man City just looked like a team in transition, and I do wonder. We all know how great Pep is. We know he's not even arguably, he's one of the greatest managers ever. But how much he was driving this side forward, because the performance for Man City yesterday at times looked to me like they were getting away with things that Pep wouldn't allow them to. So like certain players yesterday, I thought were almost taking their foot off the gas, taking a little breather, whereas Pep wouldn't allow that to happen. Now I wonder how long that hangover is going to be there for, because if that hangover is there for most of the season, he's going to be under pressure, and Manchester City's fight would be for top 4. Like, even though I think they should finish in the top 4, top 5, if they kind of go into the season with that type of energy, then it's going to be a long season for them. But saying that, how do you follow Pep? How do you follow that?
Well, you can't, right? You can't. I mean, very similar. If you look at Manchester United and Fergie when he left, it wasn't just the fact that Fergie was going.
Wenger, Arsenal, same thing.
Yeah, maybe not to the same extent. I'm just talking about no. You can't compare Wenger and Fergie, right?
Well, you can.
You can't, because there's no one on the planet that thinks that Wenger's better than Fergie.
No, but my point is they're both regardless legendary managers.
Big shoes to fill, right? But when Fergie left Man United, not only was it a huge gap that he'd left, but also the best players that Man United had gone.
Yeah.
He left an aging squad. Good, don't get me wrong, a really, really good squad.
Yeah.
But the best players that Man United had under his leadership had gone as well.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same with Pep. You know, Rodri's just recently left. Don't underestimate John Stones leaving the club.
Yeah.
But then when you look at all the great players,
Bernardo
and you can
Silva's
go back
one.
to Bernardo Silva, you can go back to Torre, you can go back to Kompany, you can go back to Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne, all these wonderful, wonderful players. Not only are they leaving, but to replace the greats is practically impossible. So you've lost great players, and now you've lost a manager who's worth maybe 3 or 4 great players.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember who I was listening to it on this morning. It might be Martin Keown. I don't know what I was listening to him. I was trying to turn it off. But he was suggesting that Man City could miss out on top 4. I think that might be a knee-jerk reaction.
No. Do you know what? You can only again.
It was just Stuart Pearce. Sorry, thanks, Joe.
It's not a knee-jerk because you can only judge it on what you've seen so far. In that game yesterday, it was worrying. It was worrying because there was no intensity there. And if you're a player, right, and someone gives you even half a sniff that you can kind of down tools just a little bit where the intensity hasn't got to be as much, players will do that.
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like yesterday. It looked like Arsenal under Arteta was a driving force out the blocks, pushing forward. And Manchester City were a bit like, well, Pep's not there anymore. Felt a little bit sorry for themselves, but look, they'll be better. I like Enzo Maresca. I think he's a good manager. He's not Pep, but he's a good manager.
Do you know what I do feel with Man City, right? I do, because they had such a long time in the wilderness, and it's like I was at City when we went away to whoever it is, Preston or whatever game they quote. I do sort of feel that Man City fans will phone up and say, I don't really care. We've had our day in the sun.
No.
I never expected that.
No way.
Honestly, I really, really do. I think it's more of a shock to other clubs that have had success over decades to all of a sudden dip than it would be for City. I think a lot of City fans would be like, listen, we've had our day in the sun. If it continues having great, if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Nah, because I think once you've had a taste of that, that good life that they've had where they've been spoilt for however long, great managers, great players, trophies, everything.
Yeah.
No one wants to leave that behind. Nobody whatsoever. Like, was it Leeds and Everton winning trophies in the 80s and 70s?
Yeah.
I bet you they'd be begging for those days to come back.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I feel with Man City.
Yeah, no, I know we don't really get too many of them that come on the show, but I just think when you've had it as good as they've had it, in terms of being competitive in every competition over the last 10, 15 years that they've been involved in, they're expected to win it. They're always the favourites in the Champions League. They're always the favourites in the Premier League. The FA Cup, League Cup, whatever competition they're in, they're always the favourites, and they've managed to win them all. Every single competition they're in. If you then revert and they come away from that and they start having meek years, I don't think...
What years?
Meek.
What does that mean?
It means like lesser years, meek.
How are you spelling that?
I'm guessing M-E-A-K.
Meek?
Well, no, it was M-E-E-K.
Is that a thing? Meek years?
Yeah, meek. You have a few meek years.
Where's that from? That's not from O'Hara.
No, I don't know.
That's Jennings, that is.
I think I've heard that somewhere.
Meek years?
Yeah. You have a few meek years, right? I don't think...
Write that down.
I think it's M-E-E-K.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to go back to that.
Okay.
Like, look at Chelsea fans, right?
Yeah.
Chelsea fans have had unbelievable success the last 2 decades, right? They're getting angry because they want to go back to the days where they were the top dogs.
I agree with everything you say. I just feel with Man City fans, it's a bit like we're not too bothered.
Oh no.
Okay. Well,
me being an Arsenal fan, I'm desperate for it.
Okay. Well, that's one of the questions,
Mm-hmm.
right? How are you putting the word meek in? Are you worried about the meek years not returning?
Yeah, meek years.
Can we change the graphic in the next part of the show for meek years ?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you want to spell it?
I think it's M-E-E-K.
Okay. We'll do it like that. Are you worried the meek years won't return to Man City?
Yeah.
And a word on Arsenal, who are coming into the meek years.
We looked No, we're not. Meek years is when you don't win anything.
Oh, okay. You've left the meek years behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we looked brilliant. I mean,
You did.
see Calafiori's goal.
The last goal was fantastic.
Calafiori, that is the exact same way he started last year, which is why Lewis Skelly couldn't get in the team. You just hope that he can stay fit. But the options are there. We look strong in all areas. I love Bruno Guimaraes in there. We didn't even spoke about that signing.
You do look... It pains me to say it. You look fantastic.
Do you know, if we have to lose one, though, and I don't want to lose anyone,
Yeah.
but if I need Lewis Skelly to stay, I think he's brilliant. I'm gutted that it looks like we're going to lose Nwaneri. I'm gutted about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's very bizarre.
If there's 2 players that we had to sell to kind of balance the books, it would have to be Zubimendi and Madueke. I'd rather go into the season with Saka and Nwaneri and Dowman on that side.
Was it Madueke that wasn't celebrating? Have you seen that cutaway?
No.
And the whole team... Have you seen that, Joe? And the whole team...
Again, I don't like picking on uncertain players, but he looked poor again yesterday. Do you know what he looks like? Just low on confidence. And confidence is a killer. If your confidence is not there...
You must fancy it again for the league straight away, before ball's been kicked.
Yeah, I do. I fancy us to go again, yeah. They look more comfortable now.
Yeah.
Even that, the energy...
You've got the pressure. It's completely gone. You've won it now.
Please, give me that one. Because even the great teams we've had never went back-to-back. You lot did it.
Yeah.
You went 3 twice, didn't you?
Yeah, Man City did 4, didn't they?
How you go 4 in a row? That's Pep.
Yeah. I wonder if it'd be 2 in a row or 1 in a row. So we're going to start the show. I never thought I'd say this. We're going to start the show with the meat gears.
Yeah.
Could Man City be facing them and Arsenal's behind them?
Yeah.
03717 223344. Dial that number and just say, I want to talk meek.
Gabby Bungler joined myself and Drive on Monday. I asked him if he thought Arsenal are to win the league.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I think it's done, mate.
Do you?
Yeah.
We think it's over?
Yeah, it's over, mate.
Really?
Yeah. They're that strong, man. They went and brought in Guimaraes as well, mate. Come on.
Yeah, I hear you, all right, and I probably don't want to admit it yet.
Yeah.
We ain't even kicked a ball.
I know,
They're
mate.
the only settled football club in the league.
Exactly.
Right? That's what they've got going for them. What do you make of that? Do you feel like, look, you're an Arsenal fan? They had a great season last season.
Yeah.
Are they're the team to beat?
I think of course they're the Premier League champions. They're the favourites, but I wouldn't sit here today, no chance, and say, it's ours easy. No way whatsoever, because there's so many factors last season. I mean, Arsenal finally got over the line. They played a productive way that maybe for some people, I didn't actually mind it. I quite enjoyed watching it, but there were some people that said that they stunk the place out in terms of the way that they played the game, but they did what they needed to get over the line.
They did stink the place out.
Well, no, you didn't.
Well, they did.
How?
Well, they stunk the Premier League out.
You can't stink it out and win it.
No, you can.
Right. No, you can stink it out and finish fourth bottom. Hey, I'll tell you that. You can do that.
You did stink it out.
No,
like, you brought the level of fun down in the Premier League.
For a gooner, it wasn't.
No, come on. It was turgid, some of the football.
Listen, I loved it, right?
Did you really? You'd hate to play in that team.
No, I wouldn't. What, Premier League winners medal? I wouldn't.
You want to see a bit more exciting football.
People say
like, come on, you've won it now.
Right,
Arteta's won it. Play a bit more exciting stuff.
People say that, right? Arsenal still scored 71 goals in the league last year. Only Man City scored more.
Good afternoon. You're listening to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar alongside me is Darren Bent.
Bit of Meek Mill.
What is it called?
Meek Mill. He's an artist.
Meek Hucknall?
No, Meek Mill.
Just quickly, a big shout out to the barbecuists.
Oh, so he's come back in there and just started giving that
in
shout out.
Antigua that listen to our show and watch it.
What's his name?
Shit. I don't know his name.
You even ask his name, do you? Why?
Why would I ask his name?
He's giving
Andy, I listen to you and Darren. Thanks very much.
You can thanks me. What's your name? I'll give you a shout out.
Brian.
I'm telling you now. He won't Brian. I tell you that right now.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't Anthony.
Brian.
But anyway, how nice is that? People in Antigua.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I had a great
Did some fish.
Did I eat fish?
Yeah.
Did I eat fish?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Beautiful over there. Caribbean fish.
I have to say, it was where I went, as in the areas, when you went to decent restaurants,
Yeah.
horrifically expensive.
Yeah, the Caribbean always is, right?
I decided to go for 8 oysters.
Yeah.
8 oysters. And then saw after I ate them, they were £10 each.
Mm.
That is insane, isn't it?
Is why go to the Caribbean though and eating
Right,
oysters?
no, it's a very good question. So I wanted oyster as a starter,
Yep.
and then I said I'll have 5, and she said in the Caribbean, ordering in odd numbers is very unlucky.
Mm.
Actually, it might have just been
You
a way of
honestly, you fell for that?
I'm thinking about that now for the first time.
Go 4.
Well, no, I did go 4, and then I went, actually, that's not enough. I'll go 6, and then I went because my kids were there. I went 6, 7, and she went, you can't have 7. I went 8,
And you landed on 10.
All right, no, it's a tenner each.
And you had 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you go to the Caribbean and eating that.
Go stars. It's all fresh.
Yeah,
Walk below me. What would you have had?
I'd have had what fish?
Yeah.
Any fish other than
Well, what
oysters.
would you have had? Name it.
Salmon. Snapper.
I went in Scotland.
Snapper. Do you know what?
I asked one of the. I can't even tell that joke at R4.
Do you know what? In Barbados, they've got a fish called flying fish.
Yeah.
I promise you. Best fish you've ever tasted in your life.
Difficult to catch, isn't it?
It's actually quite nice when you watch them flying across the water. Flying fish.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful fish, though.
I had snapper when I was out there.
Why you laughed at me when I said snapper.
I didn't have snapper, but I was offered snapper.
So what haven't he?
Oh, hold on. Alex has just told me it's not considered unlucky, is it not? So
she duped you.
They got me to dupe me.
Honestly.
Well, listen. I was laughing last because I enjoyed all 8 for £80. Still to come, we're going to be joined, we're very excited about this, by 1,500 metre gold medalist Georgina Hunter-Bell. Just quickly, Newcastle defender Darren Bent has said the club is at its best when it's us against the world. You've got no choice there following a difficult pre-season. They're in trouble, by the way, Newcastle. We'll talk about them later on. Ronaldo Cristiano has said that this will likely be his last season before retirement.
Yeah, where's that come from? If he's on 992 goals,
yeah,
he ain't retiring.
No. What is he on?
He's close to 1,000. I mean, that's some achievement. That for him to do that is.
I mean, he won't stop till that.
I don't think so. Why?
There's no point. Right, we are taking your calls on Meek years. A Man City going into a Meek year, and Arsenal out of the Meek year. Let's go to Nick. Maybe he knows what I'm talking about. Nick, good afternoon to you.
Andy, hi. How are you doing?
I'm very well, Nick. How are you today?
I'm not too bad. I'm sitting in the garden. It's lovely, lovely weather. It's the start of the new season. What's
not to like? Whereabouts are you? Because when you said I'm sitting in the garden, it's nice. My producer looked out the window and then gave the old, it's not here. Where are you?
Well, I'm in North London. It's a bit cloudy, but it's still nice and warm. But I'm a lifelong Manchester City fan through family collection.
Okay.
My dad, my uncles, everyone. So,
well, to be fair, it's very shiny in North London.
Fans for 50 odd years.
You know, that must be fun being a Man City fan in North London at the moment.
Pretty insulated, I suppose. But no, I've got a lot of friends who are Arsenal and Tottenham fans, and spent the last 15 years having a great time, particularly with the Arsenal supporters. So, no, we're good friends. And look, actually, the friends that I'm slightly younger than you, Andy. I'm 53.
Oh, no, you're not younger then.
Oh, Joey, cheeky.
You know, we've both.
No, sorry, hold on, Benny. That's. He is. That the joke works if he's younger.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, as I
you
said,
corrected him, and you've done me the favour.
Yeah, so I did, obviously.
Yeah,
first day back.
Good work. Thanks, man.
I must. Well, I was mistaken then. I thought.
A lot older than me.
How old did you think he was?
Shut up. Just get on.
Forget it. The point is, a lot of my friends, Arsenal fans, for example, you know, they're my sort of age. They've got kids. It's great for them and their kids that they've won the title. You know, just like it was 15 odd years ago when we did it.
Sound very patronising, you do.
Well, yeah, I know it's slightly patronising, but it's true, and I say it with some warmth to my friends who've had that great experience. And
let me ask you about your side, right? Are you going into a barren period now?
Well, maybe. I mean, relatively, it's all relative, isn't it? A barren period might mean that we're top 4, but we don't win anything. So, you know.
But that's poor. That's bad, right? That's awful.
Well, it kind of maybe is, but historically it's not so terrible compared to 95% of football.
There you go. Historically.
Yeah, I get that, but maybe that's a different kind of outlook on it. But I just think once your club's tasted their success, and by the way, what that club's managed to achieve, and I'm talking strictly on the pitch before people start talking about charges and stuff, but on the pitch...
What's happening with those charges?
I have no idea. But when you talk about what they've managed to achieve on the pitch, no supporter wants to go back to those meek years, man, because they've won...
Meek
years. Champions League, they've won non-stop... They've won 100 points in the Premier League. They've done 4 on the bounce. They've been...
Treble.
They've done treble. Do you know what I mean? They've done so much great stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go back to... We might finish top 8.
I don't think it's why would you want to, because they've got no choice.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I think that Man City fans will be more glass half full than glass half empty.
See, I was starving for Arsenal to get back to winning a title.
I know you were.
I just think I don't see how sport could be like, well, yeah, we've had good times, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then we'll get on with it.
Okay. I'll get on with it. You can have your say if you want. If you want to talk about the meek years, 03717223344. Still to come, we'll be asking if footballers should be more honest or just sportsmen and women. But first, it's time for no Googling. We want to know, in the Premier League era, which player has scored the most goals in Community Shields, Charity Shields, whatever you want to call them. In the Premier League era, which player has scored the most goals in Community Shields? I'll give you a clue. I think this player, scored a hat-trick in one. Joe's question, I'm pretty sure he did, but not for the club, you think.
Okay.
The answer to that and so much more coming up on today's Drive Time show. It's me, Andy Goldstein, alongside the superstar that is Darren Bent. Stay where you are.
In the traditional thought process of who's going to challenge Arsenal, they're all in a form of transition. They're all in... Liverpool have got to rebuild.
So you telling me Arsenal will win it again?
Well, you would think that there's a distinct possibility. As Martin rightly says, nothing is easy, and neither should it be, and neither should we hope it is.
Sure.
Right? But Arsenal are in the box seat.
Yeah.
And I don't want the narrative to be seeded because he'll start crying about it. But the fact is that you don't want them to steal defeat from the jaws of victory, because it is theirs to win.
Sure.
They're the defending champions. They're in good nick.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that kind of talk.
They're in good nick.
We'll get to some talk with some Arsenal fans very shortly, Mark.
The narrative talk last season. Four games in last year, we're saying Arsenal had blown it. Yeah. Like, let's not get into all of that. It's theirs to blow. No. They can enjoy now. There's a new armoury.
Who said that?
This is a tough... They are winners, Jim. You cannot dispute that this season.
Well, they are. But let me ask you this before we hit the 10:30 break. Arteta's next evolution, are the narratives of boring Arsenal and set-piece FC now being wiped aside?
Well, I'm not sure they were there anyway, because Arsenal, look, as I say, I didn't care if their winning goal came off
was a strong narrative,
the backside of Gabriel
you know
or not. 25 goals from set pieces. Look, whatever way they found to, they'll be doing all of that again this year. It's every facet of their play. They'll try and pass the ball. Look how well they passed the ball yesterday when they went 2 or 3 goals up. The handbrake came off yesterday, and they got players in the final third.
Well,
that's the next step.
Do you envisage a style change this season?
Well, I think it's a dominance, really. They were allowed to play football yesterday. This is what you're up against, isn't it? But no, I mean, the manager wants to go to the next step. That is to control games more.
JK on a Monday afternoon. Welcome back to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Bent, alongside. In a moment, we'll speak to a superstar. But first, the answer to the no Googling question in Premier League era, so since '92, which player has scored the most goals in Community Shield finals? Or just Community Shields. I'm sure he scored a hat-trick for Leeds in one.
Leeds in one? Premier League years?
Yes.
Robbie Keane?
No.
Harry Kewell? Duca?
Frenchman.
Frenchman?
Yeah.
Plays for Leeds?
He played for Leeds, and then when he went to Manchester United.
Frenchman played for Leeds.
You
of course, Eric.
Yeah, 5 goals. Still to come, we're asking if football should be more honest. They should be. But now let's turn our attention to a bit of athletics, because Great Britain's George Hunter-Bell won gold in the 1500 metres final on the last day of the European Championships in Birmingham yesterday, and we are delighted and honoured to say that Georgia joins us now live on Drive. Georgia, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, guys.
How are you?
I'm good.
Right.
I'm very happy. I haven't had a lot of sleep.
Georgia, just stop what you're doing. I am absolutely disgusted that we can see you, but I can't see a gold medal around your neck. What on earth is going on?
Sorry, it's here.
Oh, wow, look at that. That's a big old medal. You can have your cornflakes off. That's huge.
I know, it's big, and they engraved it and everything.
Oh, wow. Firstly, listen, congratulations. What an unbelievable achievement. How are you feeling? You said you didn't have much sleep. How are you feeling? What happened since... Talk me through when the gold medal was put round your neck to where we are now.
I mean, when you have a night race as an athlete, it's just so hard to sleep afterwards. You've just got so much adrenaline, and it was a home crowd, full stadium in Birmingham, and yeah, crossing the line, getting the win, and hopefully having a quite convincing win as well just made it so much fun. So yeah, I wasn't getting a wink of sleep last night. It was a very special evening.
Does it always mean more when it's on home soil?
Definitely. I feel like when you get introduced, the cheers, it really pushes you. I really felt like I had to win yesterday. I was like, this is home turf. It's just like, I guess in football, when it's like a home match, it gives you that advantage.
Is that your third gold this year? Because I know you got one in the World Indoor Championships and then the Commonwealth in the 800. Is that the third you've got this year?
Yeah, third one in 6 months. So been busy.
Yeah, I've always wondered this then, because listen, you're very successful. I said your third gold this year. Is it almost like a domino effect where the confidence just keeps growing and growing? Even though it's different events, you just feel like you can beat anyone?
Yeah, definitely. I think those athletes that have momentum, they're the ones that are the most dangerous, and they step on the start line, believe they can win. So now I'm on this winning streak. You obviously want to keep it going, and there's more races this season, but take a lot of confidence from how these past few races have gone.
It is very bizarre. I don't want to talk about your age because, of course, that's the wrong thing to do when you're speaking to a lady. But I feel I need to ask my question. So you're 32 years old. I know there was a time where you stopped competing for a bit, but some have suggested that you're a bit of a late bloomer. What's the difference between how you're running now, apart from the obvious being you're winning, but what's the difference between how you're running now and how you used to run? Why all of a sudden, past 30, are you starting to win golds?
Well, I mean, so much has changed over these years, of course, but I do think one thing that is different is just my mindset. I think when I was younger, I get quite nervous, be a bit afraid of the pressure. And as I've got older, I've just learned to really embrace that. And I'm a much better athlete mentally on the start line than I was when I was younger. But the age thing is interesting because it's being pushed way back in sports. And we saw that in the World Cup, like looking at Messi. You can see it with Djokovic. We see it with so many athletes where they're performing well into their 30s. And I think the game has just changed. So what used to be considered as older as an athlete, it just really isn't the case anymore with nutrition and development.
Experience is absolutely huge. I mean, if you look at the great, let's say, footballing sides from Manchester United, a lot of sides felt they were beaten in the tunnel before the game started. From your perspective, do you feel as though when you're on the start line, you can't lose?
Yeah, I do feel like that. And I almost feel the races that I win, I wake up that day kind of knowing I'm going to win, which sounds strange, but it's almost like you have that feeling that no matter what happens in the race, you're going to get it done. And you kind of have to carry that confidence into how you run around the track.
I'm guessing as well, because, listen, Britain had a really, really fantastic championships. When you see some of your fellow colleagues, and certainly Amy Hunt is probably going to be the standout, 4 gold medals, it must be, again, that kind of confidence that you're taking, even though you're all doing different events. When you're seeing one of your, obviously, your fellow teammates get a gold, it must be a really nice feeling and a really nice camp to be involved in.
Yeah, it really is. And the Europeans that we've just had and the Olympics, it's so fun being in a camp and people are coming back and getting gold medals, and it makes you just really determined to do it yourself. And yeah, Amy got her 4th gold medal of the night, I think about an hour before I went in, so I could hear the stadium going mad, and that makes you just want to deliver again. So it's so fun to be part of a team like that.
And again, when you look at it again, you had a fantastic championship, so did Amy Hunt. Now, when you move on to the world level, what, from a mentality standpoint, how much different has that got to be? Because now you are up against the best of the very, very best.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we take a lot of confidence from being the best in Europe, of course, but the world's level, we've got the Americans in there, we've got the Kenyans, Australians, all of these huge nations who have great athletes. But, you know, we race them all the time, and we race them on the circuit at the Diamond Leagues all the time. And we're ready for that challenge. And yeah, I've been beating lots of those athletes this year at the world level. So we've got another big challenge at the end of the year with the World Ultimate Championships in Budapest. And that will be time for us to step up again.
I just want to talk about the race in a bit more detail. Before we spoke to you in the last break, we re-watched the race, I think, for about the 10th time. I'm curious, you sort of took the lead on about 1,200 metres, but when you took it, just for a millisecond, the woman that you overtook went in front of you for a split second, and then you took the lead back. And then you went on to win by, I wouldn't say country mile, but it was certainly comfortable for you. 2 questions. When she took it back for a millisecond, what were you thinking? And secondly, when you were approaching the finishing line, because you didn't look over your shoulder once, were you aware of the gap between you and second place?
Yeah, so to answer that first question, I anticipated that she would do that, and the goal was just be aware when that move is made and hold your line. So I just didn't want her to get past me and get the shortest line to run in. I wanted to hold that position, so I just kind of responded there. And then coming into the home straight, yeah, you can see, you have a quick glance up and you can see the screens. So I could see the gap, and so, you know, I allowed myself to celebrate on those last few steps.
So just quick on the back of that, then, presumably a lot of meetings you don't have the big screens, so it's a different feel, isn't it?
It's a very different field, and I think if you don't have the screens to look at, it adds a whole different dynamic, because you can look up at the screen and you can see where everyone is and you can see who's making a move, but you can have a lot more upsets in the home straight if you can't see where any athletes are and they're coming through. So yeah, definitely different.
Georgia, which event do you prefer? Because I know you're very good at the 800 and very good at the 1500. Have you got a preference?
I kind of go in between both. I think they're both fun in different ways. The pain in an 800 is over quicker. A fast,
I feel the same.
1500 is, yeah, it's absolutely brutal. So yeah, it depends on the week, but I think the 1500 is harder, I would say. When it's a fast one, it is absolutely savage.
What about from a mental standpoint? Because with the 1500, I guess there's more time, a little bit more time to kind of judge the distance and obviously the pace. Whereas the 800 feels like for 2 laps, you are literally going as fast as you can.
Yeah, and it is tricky. It's a flat out sprint, but it only starts to hurt. You know, it's a kind of 1 lap race. The first lap doesn't hurt, the second lap hurts. Whereas been in 1500s, in the Olympic final, it was the fastest 1500 they'd ever had in Olympic history. And we went out so quick, and you're starting to hurt early on, and you're like, wow, we've still got 3 laps here. And that is painful place to be. But mentally, you have to dig really, really deep in both.
If I'm at home, Georgia, and I'm upstairs and the doorbell goes and I have to run down the stairs, about an hour later, I can feel it in my legs. How are you feeling the morning after the night before?
I actually feel pretty good body-wise. I mean, I literally got 1 hour and 20 minutes of sleep last night because I just couldn't switch off. So I'm going to be crashing very soon, but body feels good. And, we're back into racing very soon. I'll just have an easy run tomorrow and then back on the Diamond League circuit next week.
Do you have to have a warm down?
I was meant to, but I didn't get out of anti-doping and media and stuff until about 1 a.m. And so it was like, you know what? I'm going to leave this cool down for now. I'll do it tomorrow.
I've always wondered, Georgia, how rigorous are the anti-doping tests after the race? Is it straight away? They grab you straight as you come off the track?
Yeah, pretty much. The person that is coming to do the testing on you has to have you in visibility the whole time. You can't leave their sight. So we went to the medal ceremony yesterday, but my lady's standing there with me, watching me at all times. So she comes with me to the medal ceremony, comes with me to see my family, and then yeah, we go and do what we need to do. But they're on it.
Yeah. How many times have you watched it back, the race?
This is probably really embarrassing to say. Probably just 6 or something, but who's counting?
It's not embarrassing at all. What an unbelievable achievement that is. You must be so proud. Your parents, your friends, your family must be so proud of you.
Yeah, I think they are really proud. And yeah, especially because I've been on such a journey with it. I quit for so long. And so I feel like coming back was just a bit of a fairy tale. And now I'm just living my dream. So everyone is very happy to be part of that journey.
What are your hometown doing?
What do you mean?
Have you got a little celebrate open top bus? Are you going around there? You going back to your athletics club? What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I've gone back after the Olympics. I went back to my athletics club and just went back to where I ran as a kid, and that was super fun. And I go and give kit and cake, and we hang out there at the end of the season. But we're still, as I say, the celebrations are going to come at the end because we've still got a lot of work to do.
Tremendous. Listen, that smile on your face will never leave it. What an amazing achievement. Can we have one more look at the medal, please? Because it looks absolutely...
Last one.
There it is. So they take that, and before you get it, they engrave it with your name on, right?
Yeah, so they put it around you on the track, and it's actually quite fun. So you can see it before you start. You literally see the medal, so it adds that hunger a little bit. And then they hang it around your neck, around the track, and then they take it away. So by the time you have the medal ceremony, it's got your name, time, and obviously the fact that you won the race.
Congratulations. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well done to you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for coming. Enjoy your sleep. Thanks so much. There you go, Georgia Hunter-Bell with a gold medal. It's a big old gold medal.
Yeah, incredible.
Such a great achievement.
A great achievement. I mean, for all the British athletes, I mean, some of them, Amy Hunt, I mean, she's probably going to be... We've had her in the studio before.
Yeah.
4 gold medals. 4! In one championship.
Exceptional, isn't it?
Exceptional, yeah. But no, yeah, what a job Georgia did there. The race was fantastic. But yeah, the step up starts soon. Because, boy, when you've got these Americans and them Jamaicans...
But that's what you want, right?
You do.
That's what you want. You can't do better than she's done.
No, of course you can't. All you can do, and I always say to people, all you can do is win the races that you're in.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who's the opposition. If you win it, you give yourself the best opportunity.
It's bizarre that 32 she's winning. And I don't mean that in a patronising way, but couldn't do it in her 20s.
No.
But all of a sudden, as she mentioned, with that experience and the know-how and the belief.
I think the experience is the big one. Of course, you've got to be fit to a certain point.
Yeah.
But there's going to be certain points in a race where someone, like we saw it in her race yesterday, where the woman who finished second tried to go too early and blew up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think, it's experience.
When we come back at 5 o'clock, as always, you can have your say on National Radio. Put the number in your phone. I'm sure it's stored already. 03717223344. We're talking about the controversy in the championship as the Baggies beat Norwich. We'll be asking you whether or not it's okay to cheat in sport. Well, you saw me in the 9-ball pool chat. I called a foul myself, and effectively that cost me the match.
Yeah, I bet you wish you hadn't done that.
Deep down I do, actually. 03717223344. You can have your say on National Radio.
So, Martin, you've already said that you worry for Manchester City in some way, but I mean, it's the Community Shield. Can you really take the Community Shield as a serious benchmark
I think that's
at
a bit
any time?
disparaging what you're saying. Let me just put it into perspective. So
How is it?
that's a game of honour, right? In terms of it's an honour to play in that football match because what it represents is the two most successful teams from the season before. So you walk out there, shoulders back, chest out, and you're proud to be there. Okay, you want to win it. Let me tell you, you want that in your team photograph. That photograph for Arsenal has been held back and City for this week, so they can maybe drop in another trophy. Arsenal will have that. You're proud to do it.
So you really value your
It's a dress
Shield medal,
100%, 100%. It's a
Really?
dress. Oh yes. Well, you'll have to take it from me. You've asked me the question. If you don't believe me, then what can I do about that?
Okay.
So I can just tell you how I was, my mindset. Now, really, what I enjoyed yesterday was the mindset of the players. So obviously, that's born out of the culture within the club. The manager's really pleased. You can see there's been a really good reaction. Ødegaard is back in the building. He's ready to go. He's the captain. He's the player whose position's under most threat, and he played a big part in the game yesterday. So let's get that right. But you're right. If you lose the game, you can say it doesn't matter. We're not ready because it's part of your training.
That's a very point.
But the thing is, it's still a valuable trophy. Whenever we saw Pep win it, wasn't that often, by the way. So we shouldn't be panicking in a Man City situation. They lost 4 of the last 5 Community Shields. You basically look at it and say, okay, it's part of the training, but we'll be ready for the start. It's a wake-up call for Man City. And I'm saying they need to wake up, Jim, because yesterday they fell below the standards that we've been used to seeing.
Show on talkSPORT with Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Are you watching anything at the moment before we move on? That's a nice way of wearing your headphones.
Well, do you know what?
I'm watching something.
Okay, well, I mean, you've asked me the question, but
No.
Go.
I'm excited to tell you. No, you go first. I've asked you, but I'll tell you after.
So at the minute, I'm rewatching. Actually, you know what? God rest her soul. Hayden. I can't say her last name.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching Heroes.
Well, because she passed.
No, but I've been watching it for a while. It's just quite sad. Obviously
Why are you
sad.
watching that?
Because I love Heroes. I never actually watched
First series was great. Second series, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm watching a new Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I'm not going into that.
And I'm watching a new Lioness just come out.
What's that?
Unbelievable. See, I'm getting thumbs up in the back there.
Lioness?
Yeah, it's about like they're like an army team. Like, do you know what I mean? She's like the leader, the Lionesses. Unbelievable, by the way. Unbelievable.
Why is it called Lioness?
Because they're all women. Most of they're all
English?
women, right?
Are they English?
No, some part American. It's an American show.
Oh, right, okay.
New Reacher's out as well.
Reacher?
Yeah, but last night I was watching the WNBA.
The W?
Yeah.
Why are you watching that?
The women's NBA, yeah, I enjoy it.
Why are you watching that?
I enjoy watching it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, WNBA, yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I've watched this 3 episodes so far. This is, I think, one of the best TV shows I've seen for a long time. I don't know if it's for you.
Yeah, but is it a documentary?
No.
Oh.
Sort of. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a documentary. You know the comedian Joe Wilkinson?
Joe Wilkinson, no, who's that?
And David Earl. So Joe, you know Joe, he does 8 out of 10 cats, got the big beard, very famous. You do know him. Okay.
But sorry.
You do know him. If I showed you a picture, you go, yeah, of course I do.
Okay, on.
Right. So they go back to, they've each got a favourite sitcom. So in it is Porridge. Do you remember Porridge?
Nope.
Ronnie Barker. 40 Towers, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And The Office.
40 Towers, what's his name?
Basil 40.
No, who's the main guy in that?
Basil 40. John Cleese.
I like, yeah.
What?
I remember the name 40 Towers.
Right, okay. But they adored these shows, and they go literally back to where it was made. Look at these original scripts and just hunt down stuff that you didn't know. But what's beautiful about it? It's the way telly should be made. That's not made anymore. Because presenters.
It's a documentary.
It's not really documentary. It's not a documentary.
Yeah, but they're going back and finding documents.
It's a journey.
Yeah,
it's not a documentary. No.
But is it like real? It's not like no one's acting, are they?
No.
Yeah, it's a doc.
No, it's not a doc.
It is a doc. Like if no one's acting in it, it's a documentary. If it's about real life stuff,
well, they're presenters. So presenters don't act, do they? They present. They're presenting.
It's a bit like Clarkson's Farm, where he's not acting, but it's like real life. Not a documentary, but it's.
There's nothing like Clarkson's Farm.
No, but you know what I mean, though.
No, I don't. But it's the way telly should be made. Nowadays it's just people to shout and scream and YouTubers and all that nonsense. This is just two very, very naturally funny people.
I need action.
You don't. It's brilliant. Maybe it's not for your age, but if you're sort of.
Well, what's the difference? What's the age gap? I'm 42.
Right, well, 43. It's brilliant. Go and watch it. Go and watch it, everyone. It's fantastic.
What's it called?
Oh, I knew you were going to say, man. I can't remember what it's called.
Honestly.
Because my memory's so bad. I don't need to put that in
How
my
are you going
head.
to tell me to watch a documentary and then
I'll tell you what it's called when we come back.
The obvious question is, what's it called so you can tell me so I can then go and watch it?
I can't remember.
That good, yeah?
It is that good. It's one of the best things I've seen on telly in the last 10 years.
And you can't remember what it's called?
No.
So it can't be that great then?
It is great. I don't know your full name, but I know you're great.
You do know my full name.
I don't know your middle name.
You do?
I don't think I do,
Left
mate.
back. Chelsea. Greatest ever.
Ashley. I never knew that.
Darren Ashley.
I never knew that. Did anyone know that? Why are you named Ashley? Ashley.
Darren Ashley Bent, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Dab.
What?
Yeah, Darren Ashley Bent. Check Wiki.
Dab.
Yeah. DAB radio.
What does that mean?
See, Benty, Reacher, incredible. Reacher.
Can someone tell me what the Joe Wilkinson and David Earl TV show's called? 'Cause I want to give that a shout out. Well, have you got it? Have you got it? No, you haven't. You just said will do in my head. Brilliant. That's worth interrupting me. Still to come, Bentley's going to bring us the return as the EFL corner. Just quickly, Man City have agreed a deal to sell Rodri to Barca for £65 million, getting their money back.
That's a bargain, that.
Forest have joined the race. I don't think there's a race to sign Liam Delap from Chelsea.
Who's a race?
There's no race.
You do well at your club.
No, wouldn't have him near it.
Why?
You don't score goals.
He does.
Why don't you have him?
We don't need. Premier League champions don't need.
You haven't got a striker, have you?
We've got two, mate. Two very good ones.
Oh, yeah, have you? Don't score goals, though, do they?
Well, Havertz, another goal yesterday. Champions League final. Havertz again.
How was Jokeris when he came off the bench in Champions League final?
Oh, you go back to that?
Trampoline boy. Boing, boing, boing. Right, time now for this.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Magical Sitcom Tour. That's what it's called.
Magical
Joe and David's Magical Sitcom Tour. It's amazing. One of the best things I've seen on telly in 10 years.
Have you said it every time you watch a new series?
Well, this is one of them. Right, time now for Paddy's Performance in association with Drive's official betting partner, Paddy Power. Today, we're looking back at a great weekend of football action, nominating the players we think made a difference in Paddy's Performance. Do you want to go first? You go first.
Yeah, I've got Miles Lewis-Skelly. I mean, the talk about him leaving potentially is sad because he was brilliant. I thought he came into the Arsenal team at the back end of last season when we really needed it, when Zubimendi was running on fumes and he was brilliant. He played yesterday. The assist for the first goal, the pass, the little let the ball run across your body. I thought it was exceptional, and I hope he starts the season in that position. But the problem you have now is how do you get Bruno Guimaraes, 75 million, Declan Rice, Odegaard, who was brilliant yesterday, Eze, Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Well, you can't.
There's too many options, but I know you need a good squad, but I just hope Lewis-Skelly stays because...
I'll be stunned if you let him go.
You can't let him go. You cannot let him go, but I thought he was brilliant.
I'm going for Will Lancashire. Obviously, Borough beat Lincoln 2-1. He's a young kid. He's played for, was he 20, 21? Represented the under-20s for England. £10 million to Middlesbrough. From Spurs, Joe and I were talking earlier on. I think you were there in the meeting as well about...
I was there.
About a lack of English strikers we've got. And Joe has foolishly said he could be in the next line.
Is there
a little bit... Oh, yeah, there is a lack of English strikers. Of course there is.
I can name 5 now.
You can't.
Watkins.
No, you can name them, but not that can carry on Harry Kane's domination of being the number 9 for England.
Yeah, my only thing with that, right, and I get it, I understand what you're saying, but no one knew Harry Kane was going to do that until Harry Kane became Harry Kane.
No, but now we're trying to find who the I'm not suggesting, by the way, he's going to be the next Harry Kane, but I'm just saying he looks a really, really good player.
Well, there's definitely a position there for somebody, because obviously Tony and Watkins are two very, very, very good strikers, but are getting towards 30. I think maybe they are 30, maybe one or two of them. You've got Delap there. I still think Delap could be the next one, I hope.
Based on what?
The good season at Ipswich.
12 goals at Ipswich when they went down. Lancashire, his next game is away at Blackburn. Both teams to score is 3-4. Borough to be promoted is 11-8. Lewis Skelly's next game is, of course... next club. Sorry, Lewis Skelly's next club. This is interesting. Man United 13-10.
Yeah.
Chelsea 2s. I mean, we're desperate for football.
There's no way on the planet we can let him go.
No, to us that would be absolute barking if you did that.
Yeah,
that would be barking. I mean, I'd love to have it, but you can't sell to your rival.
You guys are in for Lewis Hall, though, right? That's the one.
That's one of them. Yeah, the game at the weekend. I mean, I like Luke Shaw, but the game at the weekend, we had problems down our left side.
Who beat you?
Milan, wasn't it?
Amorim.
Do you see all his games, by the way, leading up to it? He hadn't won one. It's been appalling.
Did you see the grin on his face after he won that?
Yeah. Charlatan. There you go. That's Paddy's performance for today. Catch up with the latest odds at paddypower.com, 18+ only. BeGambleAware.org.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18+, BeGambleAware.org.
Right, this will be good if you're a fan of the Championship. Of course, it's already started for you, but we want to know if you want VAR in your league. 03717 223344. And, of course, should sports people, when they cheat, when they make a mistake, should they hold their hands up and admit it? 03717 223344. I know lots of you want to have your say on this with regards to VAR in the Championship and whether or not you should admit if you cheat. Don't hang around. Pick up the phone now. 03717 223344. That's where we go right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT.
There's a bit of housery about it, and since Cucurella's gone, I kind of like that housery.
Oh no, I think it's a great quality. I think if you're talking about a footballer strictly on the pitch here, and you use words like he's snide, he's snarling, he's aggressive. These are good words to use about a footballer. I want players to be like that. I think Chelsea have been a little bit too nice over recent years, and I think having somebody that is a little bit more on the front foot is a good thing. Enzo Fernandez, we've seen it. Like when he scored that goal against Paris Saint-Germain, he's running off towards their ultras, showing them the Club World Cup badge. Whenever we play Manchester United, he's got Mason Mount round the throat. Like he understands what Mason Mount's relationship with Chelsea fans is, and he leans into that. There are qualities to Enzo Fernandez, no doubt, but I'd 100% want him out of the club and 100% take the money.
Okay, Sean?
I totally agree. I do like him as a footballer, but his heart's not in it. And from the minute he started to tout himself around in terms of I want to play for Madrid, you know what? Guess what? Go. The player I want to see fit is Lavia. Now, when I don't think you remember between towards the end of December 2024, we almost went to the top of the league, and the reason why that is because Lavia was playing superbly. The one thing wrong with Lavia, when he injures an eyelash, he's out for about 6 months. So we need to keep him fit, and if we can keep him fit, when he was playing, we kept Fernandez wasn't even playing because they played. Casado at right back, and he was the main man running the show. And when we went to Spurs and we turned them over, right, he was the main reason.
Dear Kitmen, we see you, we appreciate your work. While some fans reckon it's just hanging up shirts in dressing rooms, we know it's so much more. A football team's kit is its identity, its uniform, what sets it out from the rest. But it doesn't clean itself. That's not just the shirts, it's the shorts, the socks, the training gear, the boots, the other bits we sort out behind closed doors. Who's the one digging around in that smelly, stinky laundry basket at full time? Yeah, it's the kit man. They have a lot to work on in a week, from laundry, fixing damaged kit, repairing holes, cleaning boots. Then they pack the van and take everything they need off to the stadium, ready for game day. They don't get a lot of help when they get in the ground too. Kitmen are the ones unloading a full squad's worth of boots, kit, medical bags, and all the bits the players and coaches will need between the start of the day and switching off the floodlights at the end of the day. First thing they do is organise each player's kit, make it easily accessible in order to avoid any dramas on match day. Once everything's in the right place, it's into the dressing room, lay everything out, put players' nameplates on the right locker, all the things you don't even think about on a match day. Once the players arrive, if anything needs doing, they call the kit man. In the meantime, it's on the kit man to help set up for the warm-up. The coaches don't always have time to lay out all the cones and put the balls in those weird triangle piles you see. As the warm-up is underway, the kit man then becomes a glorified ball boy, chasing stray shots and passes, making sure they aren't lost in the crowds. They eventually do the tidying up too, getting everything off the pitch before kick-off and assist the ground staff with any last-minute things they may need. After that, it's last call for the players. Then, at kick-off, they can breathe a sigh of relief for a few minutes, sit back and watch the game, enjoy the fruits of their labour. At half-time, check everyone's okay and everything's as it should be, and then wait for full-time. Once the final whistle's gone, it's time to pack everything down, get the stuff that needs to be washed in the laundry, pack up the van, back to the training ground, and ready to do it again next week. Of course, each club differs, and different staff members will have different responsibilities, but we pay tribute to all of those who do it, whether it's the glitz and glamour of the Premier League or a cold Tuesday night in Stoke.
Welcome back to our number 2 drama. talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here today.
It was the best 6 minute interview on the run.
Yeah, I know that experience. Still to come, we'll be asking if there's ever been a reason to boo your own players. Disgraceful. But now, should sports people be more honest?
It's Norwich 0, West Brom 1, Auna Hegerber with the goal, but Norwich are furious and complaining that Hegerber handled the ball into the net. Several of the defenders around Hegerber at the far post as he put the ball in from Jimmy J. Morgan's cross were complaining that it was handball. Philippe Clement is still complaining now.
Absolutely is handball. It's quite incredible, actually. It's so obvious.
It's situations like this, and I dare I say, Adrian, where you need VAR.
Yeah, the Championship return over the weekend. Controversy, of course, straight away in West Brom's 2-1 win over Norwich. Hegerber opened the scoring, but clearly put the ball into the net, and it came off his hand. The Norwich boss, Philippe Clement, spoke to talkSPORT afterwards, revealed what the officials told him after the game.
Yes, we had a short conversation about it, and they didn't see, so that's disappointing. I understand that in moments it's hard to see things, but the position that a linesman is in that moment, he needs to see that clearly for me. So yeah, it's disappointing to lose at least 2 points and maybe 3 points because of a decision like that. And also after that, several players saw it and go to the referee. If there's nothing going on, then they would never go to the referee. But they allowed the goal, and okay, it's with a lot of consequences.
I sort of feel as though because it's so pure in the Championship and lower league football without VAR that you really can't moan because you're going to have things like that, offsides that shouldn't be offsides, handball. You're going to have more controversy every single week. So it's just part and parcel of the game, right?
Do you know what it is? But I think when you get a decision like that, which is so blatant, that's the problem you have. Now, I like watching Championship football, as you well know, because of that reason. That's one of the reasons, because there is no VAR. There is no kind of 2-minute delays. Is he scored? Is he not? But listen, it's clearly accidental because the goalkeeper gets a little flick and that diverts the ball up in the air. It then comes off his hand and it's a clear handball. And I can understand Norwich's grievances with it because it shouldn't count. But the only people you can blame for that is the officials because they didn't see it. The linesman didn't see it. The referee, I get it, in the position that he's in, would be difficult to see him. But the linesman, he could have seen it. And that wasn't the case. So, but these things happen in the Championship. You get crazy decisions and crazy things happen in the Championship. But I don't think it's up for debate where the West Brom players got to go down and kind of almost hold his hands up and say, it hit my hand. I wouldn't do that.
It's interesting you say that, right? Because I'm going to take this back to me playing 9-ball pool a couple of weeks ago in Florida, right? I was 8-4 down, first to 9. I brought it back to 8-7. So, boy, I won 3 on the bounce and flying. 8-7, geezer breaks off. I hit the 1 ball and my cue moves the 8 ball. No one sees it. The referee doesn't see it. My opponent doesn't see it. But I instantly get up and go, I just fouled there. Ball in hand, you pick the white. And he picked the white up, thanks very much, and cleared up and knocked me out of the tournament. And the only way that happened is because I admitted...
He was honest.
That I was honest. I made a mistake. Now, you are suggesting... Firstly, do you think I was right to do that or not? Would you have done that? Look at me. Would you have done that?
No. I wouldn't have done.
I think that is nuts, Steve.
No, I wouldn't have done, no. Probably not.
So you'd have cheated?
Effectively, probably, yeah. If I can get away with it, yeah. And that sounds awful. But then there's also that fine line between doing anything to win, isn't there?
So you don't believe in sportsmanship?
Yeah, one of the greatest players to ever play this. Maradona. Okay. Look,
do you believe in sportsmanship?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Well, that's sportsmanship.
And I get that. And listen, I commend you for doing it, but I just don't think I would have done that.
That's very dishonest.
So you mean to tell me in every sport you've played, you've never been dishonest?
I think I'll try and be honest.
You think about football, for instance, right? The amount of people that dive, simulate, they're all doing it.
Yes, they are.
Do you know what I mean? So it's all sportsman-like.
Yes, you are right.
When the ball goes up for a throw, and it's like when it bounces between both players, and you go, that's mine, knowing full well it's not.
It's all about where your moral line is, right?
Exactly. I don't think there's any morals in football.
Okay. Do you think it? You are right. Do you think it matters if it's a team event? Are you more likely to be honest if it's just you?
Well, let
me ask you this.
I think you're more likely to be honest if there's a chance you get caught.
But I admitted it in a million. I didn't even think about whether or not I could get away with that.
So I think some people...
If we were playing golf, you and me, right, and we had a lot of money on it, let's say we were playing for $5,000, and it come down to the last hole, right? And you got down and it was like, if you putt, you win, and if you 2-putt, you lose, right? I know there's a draw in there, but let's just say with points, right? And you get down, and as you get down, your putter hits the ball forward an inch, which is effectively a stroke. And I haven't seen it. Are you telling me?
Probably not. Probably not. Would you tell me?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, dear, I would.
No,
I would because at the risk of you seeing it.
No. If me and you played, right? Just me and you're not telling me. I don't care. Maybe on your snooker, I get that. The pool, sorry, my pool. If it's just me and you playing, you're not telling me.
Okay, if you're in a championship.
Yeah.
You're in a championship.
But
you're not playing me. You're playing paddle.
Yeah.
Right? There's 2 of you in the team.
And then you're going to say it hits that little crevice, that little kind of...
And you know for a fact it was in.
Yeah. And my partner calls out.
No, the referee says out. But you know for a fact it was in. You know 100%.
I stick with the referee. Referee's decision.
Would you not go, actually?
No.
Okay, there's no ref. Right? Hold on. And it hits the little crevice. We should explain it in paddle. If you hit the right angle of floor and side.
Floor and glass.
It's whether or not it hits the glass
first or the floor first.
So he hits it. It's like a match point.
Yeah.
And he goes, Bentley, I couldn't see that. The opponent.
Yeah.
Was that in?
Oh, I think it was out. No, it might have been out. But no, I'd go, no. Do you be honest? Do you know what I'd do first? I know. I'd go to my partner and go, Boss.
I'll be your partner.
Okay, what do you
I didn't
think?
see it, but I know you were looking at it. Was
I
it?
go, do you know what? Let's play it again.
Well, you saw it. You saw
No,
it.
but I'm not sure, mate. We'll play it again.
But you are sure. But you're lying.
Yeah, but we'll play it again and get a second chance.
That's disgusting, mate.
Mate, I know you'd be the same.
Oh, well, you don't because I just held my hands up and it cost me the match.
But I think there's an element of that. You thought you might get caught, so you thought, you know what? I'm better off just putting my hand up quickly rather than keeping
But why
quiet.
is it different in football? Because if the ball come off my hand in football and it's a team event, I'm less likely to say to the ref.
No, I just don't think you would say anything in that scenario there, right? It is not up to the player to hold his hand up. I know we've seen rare examples, Robbie Fowler with the penalty and Di Canio picking the ball up.
Yeah,
but that is so rare. Someone's put here. Should I have told the referee hit the beach ball? Absolutely not.
Yeah, but he saw it hit the beach ball, and no one at the time.
Yeah, but I could have gone to ref and gone ref.
Yeah, but no one
counted
knew.
that.
No one knew at the time.
I think people did.
They didn't. It was so
Well, he got demoted for the following weekend, the referee. So I could have gone up to the ref and said, "Listen, ref, hit the beach ball," and it shouldn't have counted.
But you didn't know that.
No, because I'm thinking more about Sunderland getting the 3 points.
Joe said he thinks you can. No, it shouldn't because the rules at the time were if it hits something that's not part of the field of play, it shouldn't count.
Outside objects, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, listen, I don't think you can blame him one bit. Scoring the goal, it comes off his hand, diverted. It's up to the officials, and the officials missed it. They got it wrong. But I feel for Norwich. I mean, that's tough to swallow, me saying that, but I feel for Norwich in that sense because...
You don't feel for Norwich. That's not what you said in the meeting.
No. But listen, I feel like if it happens...
Look at me. Tough for Norwich, is it?
No,
were you happy it happened to Norwich? Were you happy it happened to Norwich?
No, I wasn't happy that it happened. I wasn't happy that it happened to Norwich, right?
I can see you.
Right, but I feel their pain, man.
No, you don't.
Even though I'm connected to Ipswich, I feel it because if it happened to Ipswich, I'd be annoyed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I get that. But it's not nothing to do with West Brom. They've scored a goal.
I say, when people phone up, don't say to me, if Harry Kane handballed it in the World Cup final, I understand all of that.
You'll still get some people going, oh, that would be a disgrace, I wouldn't cheer that.
But the fact that you've said in an individual sport, you would still cheat.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. If Harry Kane does do that,
Yeah.
would you commend him for not saying anything if he cheated?
I wouldn't commend him for not saying anything, but I'd take the win.
Oh, so
But it's not me.
So your morals are out the window as well then?
Well, they're not because I owned up and the mistake cost me the match.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've come away from this looking unbelievable.
No, I think there's definitely an element. I think individual sports are different.
But you would do it playing golf
against you, yeah.
Playing paddle,
PGA Championships, no way.
Well, you're not telling anyone.
No, I tell someone because I'll get caught if I don't. But if I can get away with it,
man, that's terrible. Let's take calls on it. 03717.
Okay, sorry, Joe.
Go on. You just looked. Someone's just.
No, they haven't.
Go on,
No. You were in that pool tournament.
Yeah.
You get to the final.
I don't know.
Hey, you get to the final, right? So one of the greatest ever sports stories ever.
Yeah.
You get to the final. Same thing happens.
Of course I am because I didn't think about it.
No, you're not.
Bentley, I didn't.
If you're in the final,
I'll show you in the break. I'll show you the frame right at the rack, and my tip clips the 8. I don't even think about it. My reaction.
Yeah.
That's how I was brought up. I went.
Yeah,
proud.
that's fine. But if you're in the final,
I'd do the same again.
No, you
Dave.
wouldn't.
I would, mate.
No,
I
you
would.
wouldn't. Your brain would go, oh no.
No, my brain would not do that.
Final.
No.
Yeah, it would.
It was an instinct. I didn't think about it because I'm honest.
Yeah, because you're in like a.
That's the difference between me and you. I'm like part of the member of the general public, right? Because they can connect with me.
No, half the general public cheat. So there you go. Name me what?
More than half. You're right.
Do you ever cheat at Monopoly?
All the time.
But there you go. So,
Does that not mean anything?
It does.
You meant to cheat Monopoly. I'm sure it's in the rules.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't cheat at Monopoly, you're not playing properly.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. We'll take your call. Should footballers or sports people be more honest? And also, listen. If you've cheated, if you've played a game a good level and you've cheated to win, let me know.
Because someone's trying to make a thing about it's completely different. Southampton with they cheated.
Oh, that's fine. Is that okay?
No, it's not. But that's not. I'm not blaming West Brom for this because he didn't cheat. He didn't punch the ball in the net. The ball came off his hand. That's not him cheating.
Well, he's cheating. He should have owned up.
No.
So spying the Southampton thing.
Yeah.
You're not happy with that?
No, not.
Is that okay if he doesn't get caught?
No, it's not.
Why? What's the difference?
What between this West Brom one?
Yeah.
Well, the West Brom one, he didn't do it deliberately. It came off his hand because it was diverted. But it's not for him to own up there.
Oh, so if you cheat deliberately, it's bad.
There's an element to that, yeah.
So Maradona, he did that deliberately.
Yeah, we all know that's bad.
Is that bad?
But he got away with it.
Would you do that?
I wouldn't do that. No way.
You're such a liar. 03717223344. If you cheated, by the way, in a sport and you've got away with it, and there's a big event that you've won because of it,
you'd have cheated if you got to the final.
Did you you took exams at school, right? Like me, badly.
Yeah.
Did you cheat? Would you cheat at them?
No way, I couldn't.
No, but if you could, would you? If you had all written down in your pencil case?
Oh, would I? Probably. I think everyone would do
exams. You cheat on your driving test?
You might as well have done. That was rubbish.
Some things haven't changed. 717 222 334. Get dialing. We'll speak to you after this.
What, €1 for one Prem?
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
Two.
obviously.
You're swapping 2, Jay. You are.
Dunno.
Jay, you are.
Maybe 2. Don't know, though. Like, them nights as a final, you've been in cup finals. Them nights, you never give them
Jay,
up.
I've been 2. And do you know what? I don't want to bring it up, yeah? You cost me one of them.
What do you mean I cost you one of them?
You missed the pen.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. I didn't see you taking one.
I said to Harry, I'll take one.
No.
5.
No. Let's have this out. Don't be blaming me for your Carabao Cup loss, all right? Because I took the first pen and Darren Bent was nowhere to be seen.
And I'm going to tell you the exact truth of what happened.
No,
At the time, I was a penalty taker. I said to Harry, I'll take 1. He said, no, you take 5. I went,
no, Robin King took 5.
No, I was supposed to take 5.
Right.
And he said, you took 1. So it never got to me. I never got to take 1.
Yeah, but the 5th penalty on that night was Robbie Keane.
No, it's me.
Nah, you're lying.
Ask Keno. I don't know if you can remember, but...
Nah, you're lying.
I was 5.
You're lying.
I was a penalty taker at the time. So
why don't you take 1?
Because I said to Harry, he said, no, 5.
Nah, I disagree, mate. I think you bottled it.
Hey, listen. Have you seen the pen, Bill?
I did not cost you a Carabao Cup.
You did, mate.
Where were you in the 90 mins?
That could have been 2, mate. That could have been 2 for me. But no. Cheers, Jake.
That still haunts me, that does.
Does it?
Yeah, it hurts my feelings. I think about it a lot.
Ben Foss had the game of his life, mate.
Yeah.
He won man of the match that game as well.
Mate, it hurts. That game's on as well all the time. They play that game a lot. It's such a bad game.
Do you know what, right? I don't really like giving you credit, but I felt for you in the first one because you were playing well in that period.
Oh, I know.
And he left you out completely.
Yeah,
I felt for you in that.
Yeah, that hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Straight on talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein. The Truth. How ironic is that? He's nicknamed The Truth. How far away from the truth is that, Darren Bent?
I'm telling you the truth that I'm going to cheat.
Oh, okay, fine. It works then.
There you go.
In partnership with Giacomo Style and Brands for every man. Still to come, we're asking if there's ever a reason to boo your own players. Just quickly, Liverpool target Bradley Barcola left out of the PSG squad. They lost 1-0 to Lille in the French Super Cup. And Ronaldo, Cristiano, has said that this will likely be his last season before he retires. Unless he doesn't get to 1,000 goals, then he'll carry on. We're asking, do you want VAR in the Championship?
No.
Is it ever okay to cheat? And why aren't we seeing more people like me, sportsmen, that would admit a foul, a mistake, something that shouldn't really count towards them losing, yet you don't tell them, as you cheat? Bent is okay with it. I'm not. Let's speak to Lewis, West Brom fan. Lewis? Lewis? I don't know if you can hear me.
Hello, boys. How you doing?
Hello. Why did it take you so long to speak, Lewis?
Hello, can you hear me?
Lewis?
Oh,
Are you Lewis? I bet his name's
I
not
was
Lewis.
trying my best.
Are you Lewis?
I am Lewis, yes.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we've got you.
Yes. What would you like to say,
I am
Lewis?
Lewis. Can you hear me?
Right, let's do my absolute brains in. Let's speak to Mark. He's a Wolves fan. Hello, Mark.
Hey guys, you alright?
That's much better. I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah. I'm surprised VAR's not already in the Championship. As soon as we went down, I thought,
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, as Wolves fans, really big advocates for VAR. You know that.
Yeah.
By the time we've been done out of it.
You won't get any more decisions go your way in the Championship. You know that.
No, but we got away with one on Friday. That's for sure.
Yeah. So what's let me ask you this then. Do you think it's okay for sports people to effectively not tell a referee or an umpire, whatever, that they have cheated?
Andy, I'm like you. I'm an honest guy. And if I'd have done the same, I'd have actually. If I got away with it, yeah, great. But I'm like you, and I admire for your honesty.
See, hold on, Mark. You just said there as well. If you could have got away with it, you would have done. But you're an honest guy.
No. If I could, no, I'm not like that. No, I'm not a cheater.
If you could get
like that, I'm not cheaters.
If you could get away with it, would you?
No, honestly. Honestly,
I'm not so sure now.
But talking to get away with what, I think on Friday, I don't know if you see it, the Blackburn defender, I think his body was outside the box and his hand was inside the box. I know that if we were in the Premier League, if that was a Premier League game, it would have gone against us, so we wouldn't have got the penalty. But if it was like you got to Andy, Man United, it would have definitely been a penalty.
Well, it's where the connection is, right?
Yeah, but yeah, we did. Blackburn played really well. They deserve to get the draw. They deserve to win.
Do you know what, Mark? It surprised me actually because I have Wolves as one of the favourites to go up automatically as well with the squad that you got.
Yeah, I think the Championship is a tough league, isn't it? We're back to reality again. But I think we'll be up thereabouts. I'm not saying we're going to go up automatic, but I think we should be up in the top six. Even our friends down the road who got away with one as well on Saturday, with the new Maradona that's appeared on the scene. I think they'll be up there as well.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for your call, Mark. Let's go to Joe. He's a Norwich fan. This will be interesting. Hi, Joe.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm not too bad.
Okay, well, it's happened to you. What's your view on it all?
My view is that officials are just really incompetent and we shouldn't need VAR for things like that.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have watched it, but
yeah, loads of times. Yeah.
Both his arms are out, and it's blatantly obvious that he's handled it. The linesman's in the right place to see it. He's in line where he should be. You shouldn't need VAR for that. And I tell you why we have bad officials. And by the way, Tim Robinson, the referee, it's not just his fault. It's obviously mainly the linesman. But he's a Prem ref. He's not even a Championship ref. He's a Premier League referee.
Do you want VAR in the Championship?
No chance, no VAR.
But Joe's right. You shouldn't need. It was so blatant. It was so blatant. You shouldn't need VAR for that.
I agree with everything you're saying. But if you don't want it, you can't moan.
Well, it went against us. If there was VAR, mate.
Do you want VAR?
I don't want.
Well, you
VAR.
can't moan. You can't moan.
But it went against us, though. The decision went against us.
I know, but that's
If there
because you.
hadn't been VAR,
But that's because you don't
it
have
actually would have
VAR.
gone for us.
But you will mark my words. You will score a goal this season that is offside.
We scored quite a similar goal against Southampton.
Oh,
And this is
yeah, I
why I'm
forgot
of this
about that.
opinion.
Yeah.
A handball, Matana put it in.
Is that right?
We're all laughing and saying, "Oh, hand of Jove," as in hand of God.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, it's fine. And it's so it swings and roundabouts.
Exactly.
We just need better officials. And I tell you why we don't have good officials. It's because they get abused at grassroots level and no one wants to be an official. So that's why we don't get good quality officials through the whole of the English game.
That is a
in
problem in the Championship. The officiating is not up to standard, but again, there's still something pure. But that decision there with VAR, you don't need VAR for that.
No.
That's the official's fault.
Do you think any kid has ever grown up wanting to be a ref and not a player?
No, surely not.
You don't think so? No
No.
one's ever looked at like Anthony Taylor and gone, I want to be him.
No. What, with the abuse they get? Who wants that?
No, that's what I'm asking.
No, I don't think. Okay, listen, me growing up, I never remember in school not one person going, "Oh, she put Dermot. I'd love to be Dermot." Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
I'd love to be Dermot.
Was it Dorkin? Was it something Dorkin maybe?
Are you thinking of Paul Durkin?
Was it Paul Durkin? Maybe, yeah. I don't remember anyone from school going, I'd love to be him.
Do you think anyone on the planet
has got referee growing up posters of refs on the wall?
and
So,
and on Christmas Day they're like, and
a ref's uniform.
Do
Actually,
you reckon anyone in the history of football has ever got pictures of refs on the wall and just wanted to be a ref?
Well, if there is a person out there that was that, I'd need to hear from them.
I don't think that person exists.
No football kits, referee kit for Christmas.
Yeah. You got a birthday card? I've got a red and yellow card.
Yeah.
I don't think that person's real. It can't be, right? No one on the planet will want to be a ref, but not a player.
Do you want the Arsenal kit now, Dad? I need that the new Premier League referee kit.
Do they sell that?
They must do.
Do they sell the referee kit? Can you get a replica referee kit?
You must be able to.
You can't. Joe's saying no.
No, ref, you must be able to.
You must be able to buy a ref's kit somewhere. You must. Can you clear the switchboard? If you honestly, hand on heart, have grown up only wanting to be a ref, and you had pictures of refs on your wall, right, and they haven't turned the lights out yet where you are, and you've got time for one phone call, I would love to hear from you. I don't think that person exists. Do you?
I don't think so either. Can't do. I said, like me growing up, I don't remember one person ever saying to me, "I'd love to be a ref when I grow up."
You can buy a referee's outfit. Where would you buy that from? It won't be like JD Sports.
Refs are us.
The refs what? The refsstop.co.uk. How much is... Okay, don't tell me the answer now. How much do you think a ref's kit is? A replica ref's kit? You guess, I'll guess.
What, shorts, socks?
Yeah.
Top?
Yeah. Full kit ref.
120.
No, mate, it can't be.
I reckon I'm not that far away, you know.
If it's £70, it's a lot. We'll have the answer when we come back.
All right.
You're saying 120.
Yeah.
And if you've only wanted to be a ref, let me know. 03717223344. First, so it's time for a bit of no Googling. We want to know who's the only player in the Premier League history to score more than 5 goals, but score every single goal under a different manager.
I'm sorry, say that again. What?
Who's the only player in Premier League history to score more than 5 goals, but to score every single goal under a different manager?
Oh, that's incredible, that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult. Good luck. 03717223344. If you had pictures of refs on your wall and all you wanted to be when you grew up was Dermot Gallagher.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this, hopefully with one of you.
Cricket, what? But I know Chelsea had a deadline for Fernandes, but it looks like Rodri's obviously on his way to Spain, Barcelona. I think he's going over there today. Would they go back in? It seems common sense, and particularly after watching that yesterday, would they go back to Chelsea, do you think, City?
I think it's almost nailed on that they're going to chance their arm there. Rodri deal was agreed overnight, £65 million, which is always the magic number. As far as Manchester City are concerned, he's agreed a 4-year deal. They're going to sell to Gianni Reinders as well. Those transfer fees combined will be enough to match Chelsea's £120 million asking price for Enzo Fernandez. Now, obviously, sources telling us on Friday that the 5 o'clock deadline had passed. No written bids have been received. Therefore, Enzo Fernandez would stay a Chelsea player. I'm not convinced that was as hard a deadline as maybe it's being made out.
What about Jamie Vardy, Crookie? We're reading reports that he's had an offer from Brazil.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because Jamie Vardy still looks in top physical condition. Obviously did pretty well in his stint over in Italy. I think he'd prefer a return to English football, if I'm honest, but I wouldn't totally rule out a move to Brazil. Who knows, that might be the next chapter of the documentary that I've just started watching about his incredible career. But he's certainly got no shortage of interest. Sheffield Wednesday, his boyhood club, have chanced their arm, but I think financially that's quite a difficult deal for the Owls to do.
Boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the tax man at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
Drive for talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is alongside me.
Sorry, someone's made a really good point here before we go to your next
Can I just give the answer? No Googling.
Oh, yeah.
Only player to score in Premier League history, more than 5 goals, but scored every single game under a different manager. Ashley Williams did it. So he scored 6 Premier League goals, and they were under different managers. He scored for Brendan Rodgers, Gary Monk, Alan Curtis, Ronald Koeman, David Unsworth.
All at Swansea. Majority is at Swansea.
I mean, surely if you play for Watford, you've got a chance of beating that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Go on, what are you going to say?
Sounds weird. I'm sure they must have sold Howard Webb replica kits at Manchester United Megastore. Yeah, not
point.
wrong. Yeah,
We haven't got not one person has phoned up saying that as a kid they wanted to be a ref.
Yeah. So I need to know what makes you fall into that.
I'm guessing it's a failed footballer, right? Not good enough.
Maybe then. Essentially.
I would imagine so. If that was you, 03717223344. I don't think you exist. Time now for this.
Drive EFL review on talkSPORT with Fantasy EFL. Can you predict the unpredictable? Register to play now at fantasy.efl.com.
Yeah, it's time now to look back at the opening weekend of EFL football in Bentley's EFL Corner, where Darren Bent takes a look at a busy opening weekend up and down the leagues. By the way, I've got new glasses. You like them?
Yeah, they're decent. I like the thick frames.
Yeah?
Yeah, you look decent. Yeah, there you go. Look at the camera so everyone can see.
And they work?
Yeah, thick frames.
Thanks. Right, let's start with West Ham. Oh dear, management Max was nappy, threw away a 2-goal lead late on as well in their first game back in the Championship, 2-2 draw away at Burnley. Their boss Nuno Espirito Santo spoke to talkSPORT after the game and said he was happy with the first half performance.
I think we were able to control Burnley. They have good players on the wings, on the midfield. We were able to control defend properly, and we create a lot of good combinations. We scored. We had chances, so first half was good.
His second half, is that because of the 2-goal lead that Burnley would always come on to you and start creating those problems?
Fair play to Burnley. They have good players and they react really well. They post, they had chances, so we should have done better. But fair play to them. Credit to Fleming. He's a very good striker.
Now they are, in my opinion, head and shoulders favourites to go up automatically. West. You can't throw away a 2-goal lead with 84 minutes on the clock. You just can't. That's such a poor result from West Ham.
No, you got to think it is a really, really poor result. But they are playing against as well a team that was in the Premier League with them last season, so there is that. But you're right. You go 2-0 up in this fixture. You've got to find a way. But to be fair, Zian Fleming for Burnley, he had more than. I mean, he got 2. He should have had probably 6. So they probably should have got beat West Ham in this game by Burnley. But I think it is an indication that even sometimes, yes, we've seen it with Vincent Kompany. We saw it with Scott Parker as well in Burnley. That sometimes they're overwhelming favourite at the start of the season. They just gallop away and they ultimately win it. I think for West Ham, they've got to realise the mentality shift is going to have to change, because every single week now they're going to be whoever they plays cup final. Maybe not so much in this scenario because they were both playing against each other last season.
I know what you mean.
But when they go to lesser clubs in the division, when you go to people like, do you know what I mean? I know Lincoln's a prime example of that. Bolton Wanderers, these clubs like this that have been so far away from the Premier League. When West Ham comes rolling them, everyone's going to raise their game.
Even when you go to their gaff.
Even when you go to their gaff. So it's going to be difficult for them. But I think in the end, when Nuno looks back at it, and he'll look back at it with kind of disappointment being 2-0 up, when he actually breaks it down and sees the amount of chances that Burnley missed, he'll probably go, do you know what?
Yeah.
Probably about fair.
Let's move on to Southampton. They were beaten 2-1 away at Watford in their opening game. Means they remain rock bottom on -4 points. After Spygate last season, everyone's going to want to beat Southampton, aren't they?
Yeah, they're probably going to be everyone's team that they think, do you know what? I'm not even sure about the reception they'll probably get when they go to different stadiums. But it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, the points deduction. Harwood Bellis, I think he's been linked to Benfica or something like that as well, so he might go before the window shuts. But listen, Southampton, the way they play, like I still think he's a good coach. Tonda Eckhart, I think he's a good coach, but I know a lot of people.
How do you feel in a dressing room now if he's your manager?
Yeah, I don't think you care. Like at the end of the day,
he's cost you. I mean, he's cost you playing in the Premier League, and he's cost you money.
Yeah, of course you'd be annoyed, but then you think, well, do you know what? We have to just go again this season. We have to go again this season, hopefully, because I don't think most players who I know wouldn't look that deep into it. Like, oh my god, he cost us we're down tools. No, because you've got another opportunity this year to go again, and with it being 8 teams in the playoffs,
I'd have a real problem with that.
Would you? So what'd you do?
I don't know what I'd do. Maybe try and move away.
Yeah.
I mean, it cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And a chance.
Well,
Might be my only chance.
No, he's cost you an opportunity.
Yeah, but might be my only chance ever of playing in the Premier League.
Yeah, but
Of ever going to Old Trafford, of ever going to the Bridge, of
potentially, I
ever
get
going to
that.
Anfield.
But every season's a new season. You've always got an opportunity.
Oh, Mr. Cliche, man.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But no, yeah, I think for Southampton, it weren't the best of starts. But for Watford, fantastic.
Let's finish with a bit of Millwall, shall we? 2-0 winners away at Bristol City, thanks to 2 goals from Coburn. I think it was Josh Coburn. His boss, Alex Neil, spoke to talkSPORT after the game. Was delighted, of course, with that performance.
I did speak to the lads throughout the week about making sure that it's not a case of a little bit flat off the back of last year or thinking that we're too good now to run about and put our best efforts into the game. I had no worries about that after 5 minutes. You know, I looked at the lads and I thought, yeah, we're ready. And I thought it was a really good performance. I thought 2 centre-backs were totally dominant. I thought Casper was excellent in the middle. I thought the 2 full-backs gave us great outlets. I thought Josh Coburn and Tariq carried the threat. You could go right across the pitch.
Good win from Millwall. They had such a good season last time, just missed out. Short in the playoffs. Do you expect them to go up? Again, it's very difficult to start again, isn't it? When you get so close.
Yeah, but I think they've recruited well. Brought in obviously Lyndon Dykes from Charlton. I thought that was a quite a cute signing. Still, they haven't spent massive amounts of money. I think the most they spent was about 5 million. I think potentially.
Yeah.
On the Matthias Servias. So I think they'll be thereabouts because I think Alex Neil's a good coach.
Who are your favourites to go up automatically?
2. Wolves and West Ham.
You're not putting Borough in that?
No, I think they'll be in the playoffs.
Okay.
So no, I think for Millwall, yeah, what he did last season was brilliant. I mean, but there's a few. Yesterday there's a few. I thought QPR, their first game of the season, they looked really good. They had a good pre-season as well, some big results.
They're desperate. They are
desperate as well. So the Championship, as always, is going to be a fantastic watch. But I do put West Ham and Wolves at the top.
Okay. That was our look back at the weekend's Football League action with Fantasy EFL. If you think you can predict the unpredictable and want to win fantastic prizes, including season tickets for your club, create your winning team with Fantasy EFL now. Register to play at fantasy.efl.com.
Drive EFL review on talkSPORT with Fantasy EFL. Can you predict the unpredictable? Register to play now at fantasy.efl.com.
Still to come on Drive Time. We'll hear some high quality content from The Breakfast Show. Yeah, we'll also hear all about Jim White's fantastic holiday.
And I was looking at Mount Etna and it erupts.
Can't wait for that one. And we'll ask if Chelsea fans were right to boo this man.
It comes to Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea score a second.
Sorry, I just had a text message here. Hello, owner from the Ref Stop here.
Yeah.
You guys just mentioned, we'd love to get on and speak about refereeing. Dale.
Okay. If you phone up at 1 minute past 7.
You want to ref stop now?
Huh? Do you
get your uniform, wear it tomorrow?
Last thing I'd wear would be a ref uniform.
That should be the bet. Arsenal, Man United. Whoever loses, has to wear the ref kit.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the cards as well.
Yeah.
I'll probably look good in it. That was all thanks to me and Bentley, because that's what's coming on today's Drive Time show with the two of us. Stay where you are. It's all coming up right after this.
Joe, very satisfying. Bit of a statement. Just remember, it's only a glorified friendly.
First of all, I want to say a big good morning to the talkSPORT listeners. It's a fantastic Monday morning, isn't it? It is for sure. Listen, guys, Jeff, Ali, who's going to beat us this season? You tell me. Who is going to take over in the city of London? Who?
On that evidence, nobody.
Nobody.
Right? But
Chelsea.
I think Chelsea will get...
It's premature, Jeff. It's premature.
Well, it's premature. You're saying who's going to beat us?
We've won the trophy available to win.
Yeah.
We've done it.
It's difficult for you guys not to get carried away after that. But at the same time, I wouldn't be overly worried about Manchester City's performance. Although, with the golf in that particular game, I would be slightly concerned.
Ali, I have to add, it is time to get excited. It's time to get super excited because I don't think there's a time in the league where it's been more open for us to dominate. I mean, if you look at Liverpool, Areola, we don't know what he's going to do. You're talking about Alonso. We're raving about a manager, and you've seen the ins and outs of Chelsea. It's not even stable there yet. I've just seen recently that Nicholas Jackson, who's been one of their best players in the pre-season, he's in the bomb squad with Liam Delap. You turn around, you look at Man City, it's looking shaky. You look at Aston Villa. There's no point you getting me in the morning with Gabby anymore. There's no point. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing, Gabby. I'm not going to see you again, mate. We're that far gone.
Oh yeah, a bit of Bee Gees. Is it Bee Gees? Yeah, not a bit.
I know you very well. Is that it starts?
No.
That's a different tune. That's a different tune. That's Bee Gees, though.
Night fever, someone.
I'm thinking More Than a Woman. More than a woman.
More than a woman to
Yeah.
me. Drama talkSPORT with Andy Goldstein. The singer over there is Darren Bent in
Barry
partnership with what?
AKA Barry Gibb.
Yeah, in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Do you know why they're called the Bee Gees?
Here we go.
No, 100% true. Google it.
Got him.
Brothers Gibb, Bee Gees.
Okay, nice.
Sure, you can Google that. That's actually real. Still to come, we'll be asking if you should ever boo your own player. But first, it's time for this. I've missed this. Yes, this being the best of talkSPORT and friends, we run you through some of the highlight, I use that term very loosely, highlight moments from across talkSPORT. Let's start with the breakfast show. McCoist, the legend is Ali McCoist, alongside Jeff Stelling. He was attempting to sing Daft Punk.
Jeff,
It was a flop, obviously.
I actually think it was called Da Funk. Yes, there'll be listeners out there.
Right, Texas 810 need to know what
sure
on earth
it's
is Ali McCoy's going on about?
Yeah, there probably were listeners out there, but I think they've all turned off now.
Now, what's your karaoke song, DB?
Lou Vandross, Never Too Much.
You've sold that for me, yeah.
Yep, or Man United, or Michael Jackson. Rock With You.
Glad I asked. Daft Punk are French, apparently. Other than Thierry Henry, who's your favourite Frenchman?
Oh, now, does French-Canadian count?
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's French-Canadian, right?
No, he's just Canadian.
No, he's not. He's French-Canadian.
I think you can have French.
Oh, I need to stop.
How can you have French-Canadian?
He's French-Canadian.
I don't think he is. I mean, he's just Canadian.
No, I'm taking Van Damme.
Favourite Van Damme film?
Oh, Kickboxer.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you do care. Kickboxer.
I don't.
Why are you asking me then?
Because I knew you'd answer it. Which of your former teammates had the worst taste in music?
Craig Bryson, Derby.
Yeah.
Hard heavy metal rock
No, you
music.
don't need that.
No.
Jeff Stelling, Super Ali McCoist, back with the breakfast show tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Over to White and Jordan, and Jim and Simon returned this morning. But Jim had a little bit of trouble on holiday.
So there I was on holiday in Sicily. And as you do, you go up and have a look at Mount Etna. And I was looking at Mount Etna, and it erupts right in front of us. And I thought, this is amazing. Photographs, listening to it, the noise of the eruption. And then you look to the sky and you think, that's a lot of ash up there. We're not going to get out of here.
Brilliant. Van Damme's from Belgium.
That's all right.
Brilliant.
I knew it was something like that.
Yeah. What's the biggest nightmare you've ever had on holiday?
I think when I went down for breakfast one morning and I couldn't get into the roped off area that was for me and I had to sit with common people.
Yeah.
I wasn't insured for that, yeah. No good.
If you could be stuck anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Yeah, with you.
Oh.
Antigua.
With me?
I don't care with who, but yeah. It'd be good to go on holiday with you, but Antigua's amazing.
Who on the drive team would you least like to be stuck on holiday with?
But are you classing Big Al as part of the drive team?
Yeah.
You're Big Al.
All right.
I love you, Big Al, but I just,
Jim and Simon are
need
back
to be
tomorrow.
more upbeat for me.
10.
You like, oh, the sun's out again. Water's wet. Let's finish by returning to the breakfast show. They were joined by Neil Sullivan, the man, of course, lobbed by Sir David Beckham. On this day 30 years ago, would you believe?
Every year it comes into all-time classic goals, top flight Premier League goals. If there's a top 10, it always gets a mention. So you're never getting away from it, mate, are you?
No, I think, it's nice to be remembered for something, I guess. I'd rather it be something different, but it's going to be shown forevermore, I think. And rightly so, rightly so.
See, that's the difference. I would have got Bex on. He looks well, by the way, on Neil Sullivan, doesn't he?
He does,
Look good,
yeah. Looks lovely.
Do you remember where you were when that goal went in?
Nope.
What's the furthest out you've ever scored from? Good question, that.
Furthest out I've ever scored from, FA Youth Cup against, I think it was Coventry. Keeper came out, didn't clear it properly, came back to me, chipped him from about 40 yards, 45 yards.
Right. Do you think Ronaldinho meant to lob Seaman?
Yes, I do. I know he did.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who's the other one that lobs Seaman?
Naeem.
Yeah. Do you think you could lob Seaman?
On the football pitch, yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course, I can do it, yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, I get it, everyone. I know he's from Belgium.
The phone line's going
honestly, one thing, everyone's on you.
What did you say, French-Canadian?
Yeah, French-Canadian, yeah. Tell Mr. Bent that Jean-Claude Van Damme was born in Belgium. Van Damme is from Belgium.
So that's what happens. You make a mistake, people want to correct you.
Yeah. Love it, didn't they?
A reminder, you can find all of our shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our sister stations, so you never miss a
Do you know what was funny, actually, last week?
Go on.
Is that we used your line, actually.
What line was that?
No, was it last?
Turn the music down if you want now.
When we were talking about 21 minutes ago. Jack wrote in, you can find 21 minutes ago nowhere because it was cancelled.
It wasn't cancelled.
It was cancelled.
It wasn't cancelled.
And, do you know what,
Let me tell you now, it's coming back. Let me take it breaking news coming back.
I took great delight in reading that line. But Jack was so happy when I got
Why do you take delight in
you love
my downfall?
When he says the boot room, you can find the boot room nowhere because it was cancelled. Jack was so happy when we read the 21 minutes ago.
Where was Jack today, by the way? What's he doing?
He was like that. I saw him just now.
What's he doing?
Chilling.
Okay. Well, I don't care when you got Big Al. Nothing from him, look. You all right? You couldn't tell. Couldn't tell if he's happy or sad, Big Al. Look. Nothing going on behind the eyes. Now, when we come out, we'll be talking about Enzo Fernandez, booed by the Chelsea fans. By the way, would you have him at your club?
No.
No, why Man City desperate?
But you know, I don't know if they're booing him because of the Argentina element.
I think that's the main reason.
Not just the flirting with Madrid part.
That was last season.
Yeah, I know.
I think this is just the Argentine.
Yeah.
Is it ever okay to boo your own players? Have you ever done that?
What, boo my own player?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, is it okay to do it?
I don't think it helps the situation, but fans will argue. We pay the money, so we'll do what we want.
Chelsea fans, if the window closes and he's still at your club, will you boo him? Is it okay to boo your own players? 03717223344. I find it's okay to watch a TV and slag a player off, but in the ground when he can hear you and you're part of a big group of woo, I don't know if that helps. Does it? Shouldn't you support the team?
Yeah, potentially, but this is a tough one. For Enzo Fernandez, I understand why Chelsea fans are a little bit like, but the Argentina element as well, the way that the kind of that national team went on in the World Cup, I understand people's frustration. But if he has to stay though, I never know how you correct that.
No, well, he's got to score the winner against Liverpool or something, hasn't he?
Yeah.
037172233. Chelsea fans, do you want Enzo Fernandez out? What happens if he stays in? And football fans, is it ever okay to boo one of your players. A reminder, of course, that the EFL is back. We've got Cardiff against Wrexham. It's live on talkSPORT 2 tonight. We'll have team news ahead of that, and we've got the end of show quiz. A busy hour. Stand by your beds. It's coming up after this.
Another one or two players in Man United in with a shout at the title. What do you think, Gabby?
No, I think Champions League will take a lot out of that squad of players. I look at right backs, Mazraoui, Dalot, not good enough. Centre backs, they need cover there as well. Shesko, listen, he done okay last season, double figures. He's got to be at it this season. They've got a very good squad of players, Jeff, but if they don't get 2 or 3 top players in certain roles, I don't think they can fight for the title. I think top 4 again and get out of the group stage of the Champions League will be a very good season.
Yeah, I mean, they've not been too busy in the transfer market, to say the least. They've brought in Yuri Tielemans, they've brought in Andre Santos. Ben Foster thinks one of those is the signing of the summer.
I still think Yuri Tielemans is the signing so far.
What a better business that is.
What a bit of business.
Yeah.
Honestly, I genuinely still think I'm watching a load of transfers happen, and Tottenham spending a lot of money, and Arsenal just spent a lot of money. I still think Yuri Tielemans is the signing of the summer so far for 30-odd million quid, whatever it was. He is a ready-made, good-to-go starting 11 player, and I think if you can spend £30 million on a ready-to-go starter, it is worth every single penny.
Yeah. And I agree with them. I think Yuri Tielemans is going to be one of the signings of the summer. But when I look at that midfield, talent is Tielemans and Bruno Meno and Andre Santos. That's just too thin on the ground, isn't it? They need more than that.
Players get injured as well, and where's their real defensive midfielder? I know Andre Santos has been brought in for that role, but he didn't pull up any trees at Chelsea, did he? Where's their, Villa got Bouba Kamara. You look at Anderson, Gravenberch.
Shin pads are a footballer's best friend, even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. They'd been introduced not for leg protection, but instead to give batters a strategic advantage. The idea was that batters could put their leg pads in front of the wicket if they missed the ball, preventing them from being bowled out. Obviously, that all changed when the LBW rule came in, but that was the theory behind them. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s, and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Apparently, he'd broken his leg in a match against Sheffield United in 1874 and wanted to stop it from happening again. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport, where players had been wearing these pads. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads, sewed them into his socks and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. Ta-da! Shin pads. Like all great genius inventors, everyone took the mickey at first. To be fair, he probably looked quite stupid running around with these on. But it's thought his whole Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887, and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894, in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this protection was pretty important for footballers. Multiple studies have shown wearing shin pads clearly reduces the risk of players getting lower leg injuries. And so, in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became a part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says pads must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, and players can get away with a lot. A lot of grassroots clubs are choosing to ban micro shin pads for obvious reasons, though, especially after a 15-year-old player from Penistone Church broke his leg while wearing them. Still no change from IFAB, though. That's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to offer little to no protection whatsoever.
Welcome back to the last hour. Driver took switch man. Andy Goldstein Darren Bent here.
Brussels sprouts, disgusting. Yeah, I'm not.
They are, and I'm not a fan. No one is.
No, some people say they love it. Don't believe it.
Yeah, but I don't believe that.
No.
No, no one eats. Here's a question: does anyone eat Brussels sprouts other than Christmas time?
Disgusting. Yeah, Joe does. Joe loves them.
Yeah, but Joe's with them.
Disgusting. I will get it.
Yeah, it's not a sports bar, right? Just once is enough. Think people do?
I really want him to play again.
Yeah, I thought he would.
Disgusting.
Still to come, we're discussing some of the latest transfer rumours doing the rounds. But now, Chelsea fans, football fans, but more Chelsea fans, is it all right to boo this man?
Sets it up for Fernandes again in space, and there's the equaliser. Ball laid back. Enzo Fernandes has had two-siders from distance. Clatters one into the bottom left-hand corner.
There's as many boos there as there were cheers for Enzo Fernandes. Partly because of the City and Real links, partly because of the Argentina.
So if we can get 120 million for him, be my guest, mate. I'll drop him off at Etihad.
Yeah,
Saturday.
Okay.
Enzo Fernandes was booed by Chelsea fans at Stamford Bridge on Saturday. He came on during their pre-season game against Real Sociedad. It comes, of course, after he was linked to Manchester City. They missed Chelsea's 5 p.m. deadline on Friday to submit a bid of £120 million for him. Former Chelsea striker Tony Cascarino was on the Weekend Sports Breakfast show yesterday, responded to Enzo being booed.
You have to take it on the chin and, see where it leads. I mean, I'm not convinced that he'll still be a Chelsea player by the end of the window.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's up in the air. It's a coin flip whether that will happen. But he's done things. I mean, he was the one that had a go at Chelsea Football Club for Maresca leaving. Remember, going back to last Christmas, he pointed out he didn't think that was right. The club had made a big mistake.
Can you understand the way Chelsea responded to Enzo on Saturday, or Chelsea fans?
Yeah, I can. I mean, if it's from a England-Argentina standpoint, then of course I get it. But also as well the way he's conducting himself there. I mean, when he made all that noise about Maresca after he left, and then I always felt like, what about the new manager coming in? Do you know what I mean? And there's no getting away from it. He's got talent. You have to say that. He does seem to produce big goals in big games, by the way. Yeah. I still think the price tag was way too high, but it's the going rate now for midfield players. And if he left Chelsea, I think it's Chelsea with Caicedo, who I'm a big fan of. I think if Lavia could stay fit, then I think they're okay, Chelsea, in the middle of the park with Lavia there, because Cole Palmer can play the 10. If you have to, Morgan Rogers can play in there as a 10. You can play Palmer wide as well. So I think there are options there for Chelsea. But yeah, you know what fans are like. Fans, if they feel like you've disrespected that football club, then they're going to let you know about it. Like Cucurella did it and then got out of there. So he's all right, he ain't got to deal with it. Enzo's still there. But my only thing with this, right, is that I get it, he loves Enzo Maresca, so there's a kind of a link there. But the noise that he was talking about last year was Real Madrid. It was all Real Madrid. So the fact that now it's not Real Madrid, they've opted to not go for him, and now it's Manchester City. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But if you can get 120 million for him, Chelsea.
Oh, you've done incredibly well.
Yeah,
well, City missed that deadline which Chelsea set. I didn't really understand that. If they come back with 120 million pounds,
Chelsea take it. But it depends though. If Man City come back to Chelsea with an hour left of the window, they'll say no. Like the last thing Xabi Alonso wants.
Then if they would, I see, because you got to replace him.
You got to replace him.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think maybe that's why Chelsea gave the deadline. But even if they're working behind the scenes now, if you want to sell him or he doesn't want to be there, get the money for him now so Xabi Alonso can replace him.
After City's performance yesterday against Your Mob, which was poor, below average for City, do you think they're even more desperate now to get him? Did you look at that and think that's one of the key areas?
Do you know what? Taking him out of it completely anyway. Obviously, Reinders has left as well. Bernardo Silva's not there. The fact Rodri's now gone. That's the.
Well, you can't feel that.
That void is. I'm intrigued to see what that's going to do, because you look over the last few years, the impact he's had. So you had Rodri winning the Euros with Spain when no one really thought Spain was going to win it. He's obviously been brilliant for Manchester City. He has the big injury. Man City struggled without him, right? Comes back, and even at the start of last season wasn't great. Towards the end of the season, started to look like his old
scored in
self.
Champions League final.
Yeah, Inter Milan. Yeah, that was way before the injury. Though.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm just saying how important he is in big games.
Comes back in the last season, started to look more like himself. Goes to the World Cup, is absolutely sensational for Spain. They win the World Cup.
Player of the tournament.
Player of the tournament, right? He leaves. They're not going to fill that void.
You can't when a great player leaves anyway.
Well, he's left. Obviously, the manager's left. Bernardo Silva, who for me was a 10 out of 10, can play a number of positions. These guys have left. Enzo Fernandez would help kind of not solve that problem, but it's another good player through the door. If they don't get him, I don't know what Manchester City do.
Do you think there's I'm moving away from the issue, which we'll come back to in a moment. Do you think there's a danger that Pep's left? And usually, or not usually, sometimes, when a big manager leaves, a lot of the big players go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if it doesn't happen for Haaland this season, he could leave?
I never saw a scenario. I know he loves it, obviously, the connection to the club. His father played there. I never looked at it like Haaland was going to play his whole career for Man City.
No, me neither.
Well, not his whole career, because we know it was Salzburg and Dortmund before. But I never thought that...
He'd be there for 10 years.
Yeah, I thought he'd be here for maybe 5-6 years and then he'd move on. And I'm still with that same mindset, regardless of if Pep was here or not.
Okay. But is he more likely to leave now, do you think?
Well, if Man City stop competing, which I don't think they will, but say they suddenly stop winning trophies, then he might look at it. And again, it all depends on who comes in for him. Because do I see him moving to another Premier League club? I don't. I'd see him going to maybe one of the big hitters, maybe Bayern or Real Madrid, Barca, that type of club. But it just depends on what happens to Man City. I don't think Man City are that bad. Yesterday was just one of those days where it was a culmination of things. They got the tactics wrong. Arsenal were at it. Enzo Maresca's still trying to figure it out. It's kind of a hangover because Pep's no longer there. But Man City are not that bad. With the players they've got.
I would never look at a Community Shield match and base the performance in that game as to how I think that team's going to do it. That would never, ever happen.
They're still going to be competitive, Manchester City. They've still got Haaland. They've still got Semenyo, Doku. They've still got some really, really good players.
Yeah.
But they have got big gaps now in that team.
You know the header? Donnarumma was in goal, right?
Yep.
You know was it the header
to come off his nose?
Do you think that's keeper error?
Yeah, of course it was. He should have saved it.
Yeah, without a doubt, right?
Without a doubt. But when you're that close, maybe you don't need the cleans of connections. But
let's go back to the booing, right? So I want to hear from Chelsea fans. Are you going to boo him? 037172233. What happens if he stays after September the 1st? And is it okay to boo your player in the ground, Bentley? You must have been booed.
Why must I have been booed?
All players get booed, right?
By my own fans?
No, by opposition, which I suppose is a backhand.
No, I've been booed by my own fans before.
Have you?
Yeah, Fulham. I'm sure Al was in the...
Why was that?
Just a combination of things again. Bad season. We got relegated. Didn't play very well.
But did you get booed?
Yeah, I got booed.
No. Or was it every Fulham player?
Me.
Why specifically you?
Just, I don't even know why. Obviously, they never saw the best of me that season, but I got it from Fulham fans.
Alex just said in my ear, because he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Well, yeah, listen, I'd stand by that. I mean, a lot had happened that season. I didn't get a pre-season. It started off quite well.
Here we go. Excuses. Here we go.
I scored my debut against Arsenal. Scored a few goals at the start, but then it just petered out. That's for the story for another day. But some supporters, what do you say, Al? What do you say? I see tapping.
Well, he's eating, right? And he's got a mouthful of food. So this is what I got. United. That's what I got. So when you finish that apple,
I think he said I still scored against United.
Oh, I see. So even though I'm on your side, you then go for me, do you?
Yeah, scored against United.
Is that how it works?
At Old Trafford, yeah. Header.
2-2, wasn't it?
Yeah, last minute. I think it was last minute equaliser. But no, so fans will say they pay their money, their hard-earned money, so they can say what they want. They can do what they want. I understand that, but there's a line to it. Like when you start talking about maybe homophobic or racism, then I don't give...
Well, that's not what I would never ask that question.
Not you, but I'm saying some supporters will justify, well, I pay my money, I can do what I want. And I'm saying, I understand that to a point, but then there's a line that you can't cross.
If a player's having a bad spell, or Enzo Fernandez, right?
Yeah.
Want to leave the club.
Yeah, if they want to boo him, let them boo him. But I always think...
Are you okay with that? Is that the right thing to do?
No, I don't think you should ever boo your own player because you want to get the best out of your player. Like if you're booing him, you'll lose that player forever.
03717223334. I'm looking at Joe, the producer. You ever booed an Ipswich player?
Yeah, me.
You wouldn't do it.
No, he just stole from me.
I wonder how it feels I mean, you almost think if they don't want me to succeed, why should I bother? You always shoot yourself in the foot, right, as a football fan?
Joe, I play in one of those rare positions though, where if you're a striker and people are booing you, if you score goals, people will forget about it. People will go, well,
I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you remember what they did it with Tevez? Was it Tevez said, I'm never going to play for Man City again? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Did he?
It was Pellegrini was the manager.
Yeah. And he said he's never going to play again.
And then he played again, he scored, and I think all was forgotten. Gareth's a Chelsea fan. Hi, Gareth.
How mate, right?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, very well, thanks. Just before we go, mate, I've got to tell you, right, before we get on with it, you're a legend. You're a legend. My old man died just before Christmas, and we were so perked up. We were so perked up listening to you two. You two are brilliant, mate. So thanks for that.
That's very kind. I'm sorry to hear your bad news, but thanks for your kind words, man.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. So Enzo, yeah, we're well within our rights to boo him, and I think you've got to remember, as Chelsea fans, we had to watch Winston Bogard in the 90s, and he didn't really get a lot of stick. So we're now looking at Enzo, and you've got to remember as well that before all of this, he had that little bit of a cloud hanging over him because of the links to the racism as well.
Yeah.
And I think our club are fed up with. There's owners that are annoying, obviously, but we'll put up with them. But with Enzo Fernandez, we'll boo him. If he stays, he's going to get booed. And he's going to get booed because of really the way he's spoken about us publicly, the way he's gone about it, the way he's acted as an Argentina player against England, and the links to the racism. So because of those three things, he can take it. He
Will
can
you
get it
boo
in the
him?
neck.
Gareth, will you boo him?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
If he
Yeah, 100%.
scores the winner against Spurs, will you boo him?
I'm fickle, of course I won't. No, I'll be celebrating.
Well, don't you remember Mateta at Palace? He was getting, obviously, and the manager Glasner. But as soon as you start scoring goals and playing well, it's almost forgotten.
Can I ask, Gav, if he scores...
Benty, you summed it up perfectly, though, didn't you? Because actually, if we can keep Lavia fit and we've got Caicedo, I actually think we'll cope. It's just about... Actually, it's more important that we keep Lavia fit than it is... keeping hold of
Well, Gav, do you know what? I think it was a positive that he played 90 minutes the other day. I think that was a big positive.
Yeah, no, and look, Chelsea fans love him as well. We want him to stay. We want him to do well. We really like him. So, for me, get the RG out. There's only one RG welcome at Stamford Bridge, Hernan Crespo.
Okay. Can I just ask you, on the back of you talking about the midfield at Chelsea, what are the expectations for your club this season?
I would be very content that we become stable. We can't be out there looking at first, second. I'd be very content somewhere 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Can you win the league?
I'd be happy
Can
with
you
that.
win it?
Well, I thought we could last year, and look how that ended up. I think there's enough. I think there's enough there. Actually, I think Xabi Alonso will be the main reason we either can or can't win the league. I think we've got the right squad. I think it will be difficult, but in truth, I'll take third right now.
Gareth, thanks for your comments, and more importantly, thanks for your call, pal. Very kind. Let me ask you. I know the question is right. I know the answer is always, well, of course they can, right? But there will be some clubs that, of course, they can't win the league.
Yep.
So, for argument's sake,
Manchester United,
Hull,
Manchester United,
right? Hull, of course, they can't win the Premier League.
Yeah,
this season, right? Of course. So when I ask you that, go, I need a yes or no.
Yep.
Okay. We'll start with the obvious one. Can Arsenal win the league?
Yes.
You're right. Can Man City win the league?
Yes.
Okay, then easy. This season, can Liverpool win the league?
Yes.
Can Chelsea win the league?
Yes.
Can Manchester United win the league?
No.
No.
Yes. Do you know what?
You think they can?
I don't think.
Can Spurs win the league?
No, I don't think. Right. I think Arsenal will win the league. I think they're the team that's set. Right. But I need to see a bit more from Manchester United. But it's Manchester United, so they can turn things very quickly.
We haven't got a defence good enough. We should do Man United this week, Joe.
Yeah.
Our defence is appalling.
Maybe, but I don't quite understand what's going on with your recruitment. But that's for another story.
Well, there isn't recruitment.
Right. Liverpool they can if they get it right, and Man City with the players they've got, and Chelsea have got one game a week.
Yeah, that's huge, by the way.
Huge, but I still think Arsenal are the team to beat.
Yeah, they are.
And I'd be shocked if Chelsea did win the league, but then it's Chelsea. And how many times have we seen them one season be awful, and the next thing they win something big?
Yeah. I think defensively and goalkeeper-wise, they can't.
I think goalkeeper, did you see save the other day, Sanchez?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, wow.
I know, but he has got a mistake in him.
Yeah, I think most goalkeepers have though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The same as David Raya.
Yeah, annoyingly. Let's take calls. Can you boo? Is it ever okay to boo your goalkeeper and Chelsea fans if he stays?
Do you think you can win the league, Man United?
No. Okay. No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think
Champions
even.
League?
No, of course not.
No, get in the Champions League again.
Oh, top five.
Top five.
Top five. We should do, right?
Yeah.
We should do. But we've got no chance of winning the Premier League defensively. There was a stat the other day that our back four recently was the same back four that we had 4 years ago.
Yes.
Well, you can't do that. That's terrible. The recruitment has been awful. We'll talk about Man United another day. We're talking about Enzo Fernandez. We're talking about Chelsea. And we're talking about booing. If any of those float your boat, pick up the phone 03717 223344.
Gabby Agbonlahor, who joined myself and Drive on Monday, I asked him if he thought Arsenal are to win the league.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I think it's done, mate.
Do you?
Yeah.
What, you think it's over?
Yeah, it's over, mate.
Really?
Yeah. That's strong, man. They went and brought in Guimaraes as well, mate. Come on.
Yeah, I hear you, all right, and I probably don't want to admit it yet.
Yeah.
We ain't even kicked a ball.
I know,
They're
mate.
the only settled football club in the league.
Exactly.
Right? That's what they've got going for them. What do you make of that? Do you feel like, look, you're an Arsenal fan? They had a great season last season.
Yeah.
Are they're the team to beat?
I think of course they're the Premier League champions, they're the favourites, but I wouldn't sit here today, no chance, and say, it's ours easy. No way whatsoever, because there's so many factors last season. I mean, Arsenal finally got over the line. They played a productive way that maybe for some people, I didn't actually mind it. I quite enjoyed watching it, but there were some people that said that they stunk the place out in terms of the way that they played the game, but they did what they needed to get over the
They did
line.
stink the place out.
Well, no, you didn't.
Well, they did.
How?
Well, they stunk the Premier League out.
You can't stink it out and win it.
No, you can.
No, you can stick it out and finish fourth bottom. Hey, I tell you that. You can do that.
You did stink it out.
No,
Like, you brought the level of fun down in the Premier League.
For a Gooner, it wasn't.
Ah, come on. It was turgid, some of the football.
Listen, I loved it, right?
Did you really? You'd hate to play in that team.
No, I wouldn't. What, Premier League winners medal? I wouldn't. Look,
you want to
Jake,
see a bit more
no,
exciting
people-
football.
people say this,
like, come on, you've won it now.
All right, we've won-
Arteta's won it.
People
Play
say-
a bit more exciting
No,
stuff.
people say that, right? Arsenal still scored 71 goals in the league last year. Only Man City scored more.
talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, in partnership with Giacomo. Style and brands for every man. Still to come, I'll bring you team news. Oh, I've not said that for a long time. Head of Cardiff against Wrexham in the Championship. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT too, I'll have you know. Right, time now to look at the summer transfer window with our friends at Giacomo.
A good fit on talkSPORT with Giacomo. Style and brands for every man.
There will be names in this, of course, I can't pronounce. Let's start with Aston Villa. They've agreed a deal to sell their goalkeeper, Emi Martinez, to join Juve before the Italian club pulled out. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have agreed a deal to sign Zion Suzuki from Parma and plan to make him their number one. I've heard he's got a good engine. Leaving Emi Martinez in limbo. What do you make of that?
It's bizarre because I thought the start of last season he was leaving because if you can remember, sorry.
It's us, wasn't it?
You had the last season, but then the end of the season before that, remember him crying? There's all tears at the end of one of the last home games where he's waving.
Yes, I did.
So I think he's off. He ends up staying, but I mean, it looks like Aston Villa have wanted to kind of move on from him from a little while now.
Shame, because he's a brilliant goalkeeper.
Still a top goalkeeper. I know he's made... When he plays for Argentina, he almost feels like he doesn't make as many mistakes as he's been making for Aston Villa, but still a top goalkeeper. And the fact that now they've pulled out, I mean, he could go and play number one most places.
I agree.
He's better than Sanchez at Chelsea.
Yep.
So
he's better than Spurs.
You know what I mean? So I think, yes, it's a surprise one, that. But if Unai Emery, you know what he's like. If he wants to move on from something, or there's a direction of travel that he wants to go.
Well, let's stay with goalkeepers because after pulling out the deal to sign Martinez, Juve now, talking to Spurs, they're set to sign Vicario on a loan deal from Tottenham. Now, Vicario lost his spot in the side at the end of last season. When that happens, best to get away. Do you rate him? I always felt he was a good shot stopper, but not necessarily a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, I'm not really I wasn't big on Vicario one bit. I think too weak on crosses.
Yeah.
Too many times he was falling on the ground trying to get the foul. And I just think Spurs needed a better goalkeeper. I mean, Kinski got in, to be fair, and he had that horror show against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
But then he recovered really well and looks like a decent goalkeeper now.
Yeah.
But
why wouldn't Spurs go for Emi Martinez?
But again, with James Trafford, he was another one who was out. He's gone to Leeds?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, for Leeds, that's a great signing.
Yeah. That was about 45 million, wasn't it?
Yeah. Next to nothing. I mean,
next to nothing.
For that goalkeeper, what do you think about some of the price tags for some goalkeepers?
No. 45 million is a lot of money.
You think?
I do for a goalkeeper, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, potentially. But no, I think for Emi Martinez, for Spurs and their goalkeepers, yeah, Vicario, about time he got out there now.
Okay. Let's move on to Chelsea. Their winger, Pedro Neto, he's been linked with Man City as well as Saudi side Al Hilal. Chelsea value him at nearly £100 million.
Oh, my goodness. Honestly, seriously. £100 million.
Everyone's 100 million now, isn't it?
I mean, the guy last season scored 5 goals, 6 assists. How's £100 million for that? And he's a forward, by the way. This is not like a holding midfield player. He's a forward that scored 5 goals.
Do you know Man United, out of the so-called Big Six, are the only side that have never paid £100 million for a player?
No, we've been close a couple of times, mate.
Yeah, we have.
Regardless, he paid 85 for Maguire, 90 for Pogba, 90 for Anthony.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's a few.
I was thinking of that on holiday, that deal.
Mate, how much you pay for Sancho?
Whoever.
75?
Yeah, 75, yeah.
So
77, I think, was it?
You paid big money for players.
That Anthony deal, whoever sanctioned that, I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it? 90, was it 90 million, 80 million?
Harry Maguire was 85.
Yeah, but at the time, that was after Virgil van Dijk was 80, and it was like we needed.
No, Virgil was less than that. Virgil was like
75, yeah. But that was when centre halves there weren't many of them about.
Yeah.
Listen, when he was at Hull, right? I know it was Hull. Who was it? Holland. It was at Leicester.
Leicester, yeah.
He looked like the next one off the rank, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh, he looked good.
Nah, I don't know about that. He's good.
Oh no, Dean, no.
Okay, he did £85 million worth.
No, but when you buy a young English centre half, you've got to pay. There's a premium on it. At the time, no one was like, "That's mad money."
Okay,
for him.
I'll tell you what, right? Comparison: when Man City bought John Stones for money from Everton,
for
big money, Everton.
Yeah,
I saw it. I went, yeah, he's going to turn into it. And I never really saw that from Maguire. Not for 85 mil.
No, but when Liverpool bought Van Dijk for 75.
Oh, he was the best player. He was
from Southampton. No one. No.
Everyone was in for him. Everybody was in for him.
Such a lie.
No, it's not. Everyone was in for him.
No. You're lying.
Oh, sorry. Someone made a good point as well. You paid 90 million for Lukaku as well. So even if you've not touched 100,
my God,
you've spent a lot of money on a lot of players, man.
We might have paid the most for the biggest load of 90 million for Lukaku. That's insane money. Pogba was 90 million.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
We've not.
I'm sure there's a few more that I can find.
We've not paid a lot of money for a good player, have we? Maguire, Sancho. Well, we've got our money's worth.
Alvin Maguire, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was £85 million worth, but fair play to him. He was. How much was Bruno Fernandes? Because whatever you bought him for was a bargain.
About 55, I think. Yeah.
See, that should have been.
He was nearly going to go to Spurs, wasn't he? And we jumped in. Yeah, that was a bargain.
Recruitment, man.
Do you remember?
Oh,
do you remember Wan-Bissaka?
Sorry. How much was Rasmus?
Rasmus 72 or 67. Yeah, that was nuts.
75.
75. Yeah. Well, Wan-Bissaka, I like Wan-Bissaka. 50 million that was from Palace.
Yeah, he's good though. I like Wan-Bissaka.
50 million.
Right back at the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was all thanks to Giacomo. Enjoyed that. Giacomo offers a full range of sizes from small, so it fit me, to 5XL, so that fit Benny.
A good fit on talkSPORT with Giacomo. Style and brands for every man.
Time for one what?
What?
Time for one what?
What did you say?
Time for one what?
Time for one
You
what?
said to Joe, we've got time for.
Well, I was talking to Joe off air.
Well, no, I'm turning it on there.
Time for another co-host.
Yeah.
Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to Cardiff against Wrexham. It's live on talkSPORT 2 tonight.
75 million for Di Maria. Boy, you're not throwing that figure around it. 75 Di Maria. Jesus.
How much was for Ron? He was crazy money, wasn't he?
It was 75.
I don't think it was 75.
It was Di Maria, 75 high.
Oh, was it 30? But at the time when we paid that for, it was crazy money, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Anyone else? You don't sell players, do you?
No, we buy players for.
Yeah.
Pepe was 72.
I was going to say Pepe
Hey,
72.
He's better than every wide player you've bought.
No, he's not.
In recent times.
No, he's not. He's not better than Boomu.
Okay, one season. Okay, give it.
Oh, okay. So now I've got
Who's
the
there?
answer.
Yeah, he's better than Anthony. Better than Sancho.
Yes. I don't know.
Don't be stupid. He's better than both of them together.
Sancho and Pepe are both useless.
No, Pepe wasn't
no,
useless.
No. What?
Pepe wasn't useless.
He was useless.
No, he wasn't useless. He's better than them two combined.
He was useless.
You know, he weren't useless.
He was, mate.
He wasn't.
He was. 72 million. You think you got value for money out of him?
I'm not saying value for money, but he wasn't useless.
Oh, I'm going to have a list of players you've wasted money on.
Right, nice one.
There must be quite a few of them. Time left, but no Googling. We've been discussing Enzo Fernandez. We want to know who's the highest scorer in Premier League history who has a Z in his name. Like that? Got a Z. I'll give you a clue. He scored 85 goals. Whoa. Had a Z in his name.
Ikuzubu.
What? The answer to that and more coming up in the last 30 minutes of drive time.
In the traditional thought process of who's going to challenge Arsenal, they're all in a form of transition. They're all in. Liverpool have got to rebuild.
So you telling me Arsenal will win it again?
Well, you would think that there's a distinct possibility, as Martin rightly says, nothing is easy, and neither should it be, and neither should we hope it is.
Sure.
Right? But Arsenal are in the box seat.
Yeah.
And I don't want the narrative to be seeded because he'll start crying about it. But the fact is that you don't want them to still defeat from the jaws of victory because it is theirs to win.
Sure.
They're the defending champions. They're in
No,
good
let's
nick.
not get into that. Let's not get into that kind of talk.
They're in good nick.
That,
We'll get into some talk
that
with some
narrative
Arsenal
talk
fans
was
very
there.
shortly,
The
Martin.
narrative talk last
I wanna
season.
put this
Four games in last year, we're saying Arsenal had blown it. Yeah. Like, let's not get into all of that. It's theirs to blow. No. They can enjoy now. There's a new armory.
Who said that?
This is a tough. They are winners, Jim. You cannot dispute that this season.
Well, they are. But let me ask you this before we hit the 10:30 break. Arteta's next evolution are the narratives of boring Arsenal and set piece FC now being wiped aside.
Well, I'm not sure they were there anyway. Because Arsenal, look, as I say, I didn't care if their winning goal came off
That was a strong narrative
the
last
backside of
season. You know
Gabriel
that.
or not. You know, 25 goals from set pieces. Look, whatever way they found to it, they'll be doing all of that again this year. It's every facet of their play. They'll try and pass the ball. Look how well they passed the ball yesterday when they went 2 or 3 goals up. The handbrake came off yesterday, and they got players in the final third.
Well,
that's the
what I
next
mean.
step.
Do you envisage a style change this season?
Well, I think it's a dominance, really. They were allowed to play football yesterday. This is what you're up against, isn't it? But no, I mean, the manager wants to go to the next step. That is to control games more.
boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the taxman at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
Driver talkSPORT with Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. I just told producer Joe a very interesting fact. You won't think it's interesting. Did you hear us talking about sandwiches after Emma said she had a BLT?
I lost for that, sorry.
Right. What were you doing?
My head was
right. Emma was talking about she was having a BLT for dinner.
Yep. Bacon, lettuce and tomato.
And then I said to Joe just now, have you heard of a club sandwich?
Yep.
And he went, yeah. And I went, do you know what it's called, a club sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
And he went, no. Did you hear the answer?
Nope.
Do you know what it's called, a club sandwich?
Nope.
It's called a club sandwich because it's chicken, lettuce,
under
bread, or under bacon. Club.
Okay, so where's the lettuce?
There's no lettuce. Club sandwich.
No, but club sandwich has got lettuce in it, no? Or is it not?
Chicken.
Where's the egg in the club?
No, chicken.
Yep.
Hold on. Right. Should be.
It's egg in a club sandwich, though, right?
Chicken, lettuce.
Yep.
Under bread. You like that? That's why it's called a club sandwich.
So why is the egg in there then?
Well, the egg wouldn't work. E-club. Before the break, ask a question. Who's scored the most amount of goals in Premier League history with a Z in their name? Not Carlos Tevez. Not Riyad Mahrez. It's Eden Hazard.
Okay, nice.
How about
Nice.
You're not paying attention.
Yeah,
I forgot.
no, Eden Hazard.
Right,
What a player.
I forgot that you don't.
Eden Hazard. I would have said Tevez though, but no.
Well, you'd have been wrong. Tevez.
I didn't know that Hazard scored that many goals in the Prem.
No, nor did I. 85 is huge, right? You scored more though, didn't you?
How good is he?
That means you're better than him.
No, it doesn't.
Well, that's at 7 Adrian Domo's kick-off. Tonight he's got former England captain Stuart Pearce, the Mirrors Darren Lewis alongside him. Remember, of course, over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Cardiff against Wrexham in the Championship. We'll have team news for that one as soon as it drops. But now let's turn our attention to the EFL. We are delighted to be joined by two superstars, former West Ham striker Marlon Harewood and former Reading and Cardiff midfielder, your mates as well. Joby McAnuff joins us. Boys, good afternoon to you.
Hey Andy, how you doing, mate? How you, Benty? Hi Andy.
Boys, how you doing? You guys, you right?
I'm good. I'm very well. It's good to see you both. Marlon, are you standing on a box or is Joby just quite small?
Let me do the Ronaldo here.
That's better. How are you? Listen, thanks so much for coming on. Before we get into the opening weekend of action, you both join us from the Hive in Barnet for a grassroots football event. Just tell us a bit more about that.
Well, we're here today in partnership with the EFL, Wrexham and Denhams, who are the electrical suppliers of the league this season. I've got a brilliant initiative where they basically gift grassroots teams kit for the upcoming season. I think it's the second year they've been doing a brilliant opportunity for those teams that they've gifted today to be able to come as well and play at a brilliant place. I've got to say, the pitch here is unbelievable. Me and Marlon are like, right, we need to get the boots back on and try and get involved in this under-12s game in about 10 minutes. But yeah, brilliant initiative and one we've really enjoyed so far.
That's what I was going to ask there. I wonder if you guys were going to get involved in that, because it's always good, of course, when you're involved in a campaign like that. And then whenever you see a little game going on, you always want to get yourself involved. And yeah, I wondered if you two were going to get your boots back on and maybe have a little kick about with the kids.
Yeah, any excuse, you know that, because especially the pitch looks absolutely fantastic. And we was like, God, we need to get our boots on. But we leave it to the young boys now. We don't want to show ourselves up, to be fair.
Well, we're actually assistant managers. That's our official role here today. So we've done our team talk. We're just going to see what happens in the game. If we're needed, maybe have to sub ourselves on maybe with 10 minutes to go. That's about all I've got in the locker these days, Benty. Not like you with your paddle every day.
Just trying to stay fit. Oh, yeah, I've got to ask you as well then about West Ham yesterday. Of course, 2-0 up back in the Championship against Burnley. Marlon, talk to me, the expectations, and I know it's to get out of the Championship, but I'm guessing the start wasn't quite what you wanted to see.
Well, I think we may have lost them. Oh, we'll try and get them back in just a moment.
Do you know, I'm pretty sure we kind of lost them halfway through the question.
Yeah, I think so. It's always good when they set things like that up and they go, let's just do it on our Commodore 64 rather than take an iPhone to the...
That. Commodore 64.
Remember that?
I think they've got them downstairs on 14.
Oh, what, when they're showing you like...
It's in the cabinet. It's got all the old computers in it.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see if that C64 is working. Boys, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. We'll do it from the top again. How are you both?
We're good.
Marlon, are you standing on a box?
I shall go down for Joby.
That's better, yeah. I don't know if you heard Benty's question, but he was just alluding to the fact he was talking about West Ham 2-0 up at the weekend against Burnley. I know Burnley were also a Premier League side last season, but these are the type of games where West Ham fans would have seen it so many times last season, right?
Yeah, definitely. But it's one of them games. It's first game of the season. I think all the drilling is... Burnley was under pressure. I was obviously watching the game and I can see them. You can see it happening where they were just going to keep going. And West Ham were under the cosh, to be fair, over the last 15, 20 minutes where you would have see if West Ham would have pulled it out, but they brought it back. And first game of the season, hopefully we can take that on into the next games.
Well, Joe, I want to ask you about West Ham, because a lot of people have made it quite clear that, and for obvious reasons, that West Ham are the favourites to go straight back up this season. But some people have suggested that they're going to walk it. Now, you've watched a lot of Championship football. It's never really that simple. But do you see where they're coming from in terms of West Ham going back up this season?
Yeah, they're definitely my favourites to go straight back up. I think, keeping Jared Bowen, Nuno having experience of the Championship. You see the business they've done recently. I think it's taken a little bit too long to do it, but Manuel Solomon obviously coming. That's the type of profile you sell. Somerville for 60 odd million, you go and get Solomon for 7-8. That, you're not going to have a massive drop off in terms of Championship level. He was brilliant at Leeds, Manor Solomon, last time around. And obviously they've been linked with Joel Perreault from Leeds. He's another example of a player that you get in almost a championship specialist. And for West Ham and a budget they should be able to go and spend this season to get that quality in. I certainly see them being able to go and be the team that everyone else has got to beat. There's going to be challenges. It's not going to be a walk in the park by any means. I think particularly at home, teams are going to go, they're going to set up, they're going to make it difficult for them. So they've got to find a way to win games. I just still think they've got a little bit too much quality in the ranks at the moment, but they do need more depth, Bentley. They're not strong enough as a squad to deal with the demands of a long, hard season in the Championship. Yeah.
We lost you there. Can you just repeat that answer?
Yeah.
No, I was joking. I was joking. It was a great answer. We got your answer. Joby, let me stay with you for a moment. One of your former sides, Cardiff, they host Wrexham tonight, live on talkSPORT 2. That's their opening game, obviously. It's going to be a tough start, right, for them?
Yeah, and I never like saying this, particularly about one of my old teams, but I do think they're going to have a real tough season this year. Last year, Brian Barry Murphy was brilliant. Really young team, and again coming up to the Championship, I think they're just lacking that little bit of experience. Got a real specific way of playing, wants to dominate the ball, which they did in League One. Don't quite think the games are going to look the same for them this season. So he needs a bit of help in the window. I hope that the club give it to him because he's a fantastic young coach, and obviously I want to see the club do well. But if Jack Moylan's come in again, brilliant talent, but untested at this level. So again, I think they're going to be in for a bit of a slog this season, Andy.
Marlon, a quick question to you. What do you make of the playoffs going down to 8th place this season?
It's exciting, I think. It's one of them leagues that loads of teams are fighting it out to try and get to the Premier League, and I think more teams are in that mix to push for that 3rd place. And I think it's just makes the EFL even more desirable to watch. And when it gets in the players' position, everyone wants to get to that 3rd place. So yeah, it's exciting.
It sounds very noisy where you are, like lots and lots and lots of 12-year-old kids have maybe had a little bit too much sugar. How long have you got them for?
No, they literally just started.
They've just started, but yeah, I mean, I've got 2 at home at the minute on summer holidays, so it's just an extra dose of that for a day. But no, genuinely, they're buzzing. It seems like a great atmosphere so far. So we want to get over in a little while and see how the game's going.
So you've decided to leave your 2 at home to come and look after about 40 kids where you are now.
They're actually with me, mate. They're with me. Desperate to get out of the house as well. We're all going crazy, so they're here as well.
Boys, always a pleasure. You're both looking great. Thanks so much for your time. Have a lovely evening.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. See you soon, guys. Nice one, guys.
And nice. You know both them really well, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was playing against Marlon I was playing against Jobs from way back, Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Before they made the move to MK, and then Marlon when he was at Forest and me being at Ipswich, many a year battle, and then he went to West Ham when I was at Charlton. It was, some good times, man. Both great guys.
Those good times will continue because in just a moment, one word, Billy. I haven't seen one word from. Well, sorry about something.
He's been wearing new T-shirts. Remember,
what?
Remember, it all used to be
the
three-quarter. That was it.
The court was it.
Now it's new T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Snoopy on it a couple of times. A couple of other characters.
Maybe he's gone back to Baby Gap and got a whole new range of.
I think so.
He'll be in the studio for the end of show quiz right after this.
So, Martin, you've already said that you worry for Manchester City in some way, but I mean, it's the Community Shield. Can you really take the Community Shield as a serious benchmark
I think that's
at
a bit
any time?
disparaging what you're saying. Let me just put it into perspective. So
How is it?
that's a game of honour, right? In terms of it's an honour to play in that football match because what it represents is the 2 most successful teams from the season before. So you walk out there, shoulders back, chest out, and you're proud to be there. Okay, you want to win it. Let me tell you, you want that in your team photograph. That photograph for Arsenal has been held back, and City, for this week, so they can maybe drop in another trophy. Arsenal will have that. You're proud to do it.
So you really value your
it's a dress
Shield medal,
100%, 100%. It's a
Really?
dress. Oh, yes. Well, you'll have to take it from me. You've asked me the question. If you don't believe me, then what can I do about that?
Okay.
So I can just tell you how I was, my mindset. Now, really what I enjoyed yesterday was the mindset of the players. So obviously that's born out of the culture within the club. The manager's really pleased. You can see there's been a really good reaction. Ødegaard is back in the building, is ready to go. He's the captain. He's the player whose position's under most threat, and he played a big part in the game yesterday. So let's get that right. But you're right. If you lose the game, you can say it doesn't matter, we're not ready, because it's part of your training.
That's a very point.
But the thing is, it's still a valuable trophy. Whenever we saw Pep win it, wasn't that often, by the way, so we shouldn't be panicking in a Man City situation. They lost 4 of the last 5 Community Shields. You basically look at it and say, okay, it's part of the training, but we'll be ready for the start. It's a wake-up call for Man City, and I'm saying they need to wake up, Jim, because yesterday they fell below the standards that we've been used to seeing.
Tell my man, shut up.
Joe on talkSPORT, man. Who's singing this?
Stormzy.
Right, you know when we met
Santan.
Dave?
Yeah.
So that was at Soccer Aid, and we know he listens. And I said, do you want to come on? He went, I can't. But he said, I love the show. I listen all the time. I'd love to come on. Just DM me. And I went, no. And he went, I promise you, this is what he said. Just DM me and we'll sort it out. And I went, you won't reply. And he went, you have my word, I reply. So that day I DM'd him. Nothing. Following us at 7:00, do most kick-off. Sad but true that is, by the way. This evening he's got former England captain Stuart Pearce, the Mirror's Darren Lewis alongside him. And a reminder, over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Cardiff v Wrexham in the Championship. Team news for that one is in, as we say hello and good evening to Nigel Adley, who has all the details. Nigel, good evening to you.
Hi Andy, good evening. This the first meeting between Cardiff and Wrexham in the league for 25 seasons, so much anticipation in South Wales. For the home side, there are 3 changes from the team which beat Lincoln in the Carabao Cup. The man who came on and scored the winner, Jack Moylan, their big money signing from Lincoln, he makes his league debut for Cardiff. As for Wrexham, Anthony Patterson, who arrived from Sunderland for £8 million, he starts in goal, and Kiefer Moore, the Cardiff striker, former Cardiff striker, also comes back to lead their attack. We're live on talkSPORT 2 at 8 o'clock.
Good work as always, thank you for that. And of course, a reminder at 10 o'clock, the boys on the Sports Bar should be about to take your calls. Ah, look who's in the studio. Hi, Bill.
Hello.
Now, I haven't seen you for 4 weeks.
It's been a long time.
What have you been up to?
Loads and loads and loads.
Okay, I don't care, mate. I used to know difference to my world.
Before you come in last week, it was so nice. Everyone was, he was getting his stories out. He was enjoying himself.
I had 20 minutes on air at the end, every day.
When? That's why the show went down. I've heard you got new T-shirts.
I know, he's gone back to the jumper again.
I was a bit chilly out in the office.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
The aircon's too high.
Is it? Do you want me to have a word with someone?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
The jumper.
What are we doing for the show quiz?
You've been at Disney. Well,
I have been at Disney.
So it's just all about Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? So not the
No
guest
preparation.
intro.
No.
That will be back later in the week.
Oh, will it?
I want a generation. Not generation. Is it a generation game?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
more work for Billy. He's got to edit things.
No, I can bring that back.
You can, yeah? Okay,
That'll be back this week.
All right, good.
Why not? Andy, do you want to go first?
I've been nice to you the last couple there. Now I can't go first.
Yeah, because you've been nasty to me in the control room because Andy's back.
What did I do to you? I didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
Andy.
I'd love to, yeah. Well, hold on. I'm guessing tension music comes on now. There you go. Bit loud, that, wasn't it?
Andy, how much?
Maybe turn it down a bit, Get your levels right.
Andy,
That's fine on the sports bar, but...
How much money does Walt Disney World generate in a single day? A bit quiet now. Do you want some options? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to guess it.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
In a single day?
Yep.
£100 million.
Ooh, a bit high.
£100 million?
Only 36 mil.
Oh, okay.
Bit rubbish, though.
Do you know they spend on fireworks every night 200 grand?
We're making 36 mil a day. It's all right, and a peanut.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Benty, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the first feature-length film released by Disney in 1937. Can you name all seven dwarfs?
Couldn't name one.
You can, Dopey.
Dopey, Sleepy.
Why have you turned into some kind of cockney?
No, so Dopey, Sleepy, Angry.
No, they weren't angry.
No,
You're thinking of something.
so I must say my Snow White and Seven Dwarfs is way off.
Really?
Can I have a go?
Yep.
Angry.
I just said that.
Oh, sorry. Sleepy.
Yeah.
Dopey.
Yeah.
Sneezy.
Yeah.
That's it. But there's one that hasn't got a Y. It just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Doc.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
I think he's the top dog, I think.
Oh, is he the doctor?
Yeah.
The doctor or the top dog?
Top doc.
Doc, though. Doc.
Yeah.
Grumpy.
Yep.
Yeah. Smiley.
I'm
thinking Mr. Men.
Mr. Ears. Yeah.
Happy and bashful.
Bashful, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what bashful means. Andy.
I've got a DVD. It explains everything.
Andy, which of these things about Disney World is not true?
Right. I'll get this, by the way.
They use scent dispersing machines to pump aromas like popcorn and vanilla around the park.
I know for a fact, because my daughter told me that's 100% true.
Okay. The Beatles officially broke up there. Or there's secret trains underground which allow VIPs to move.
I've been on those trains.
Move quickly.
So I know that's true.
Okay.
So it'd be the Beatles, Bill.
No, there's no trains.
There are
Nah,
trains.
they're right, mate.
There are tunnels.
Hey, I've been on that.
There's
I've been on
tunnels.
that.
There are tunnels there.
Oh, maybe not for the VIPs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been on that.
I have been on that.
Clearly, you haven't.
Clearly I have.
Doesn't exist.
Oh. Hold on. That's Universal. Big shout out, by the way, to Universal and Epic.
It's Disney, said Disney World.
I know, but I'm thinking Universal.
You got it wrong there, 100% wrong.
So you get from Harry Potter. Go on, carry on.
John Lennon signed the final paperwork for the Beatles there, officially dissolving the band.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
Said no one.
Oh.
Hey, stop taking my jokes.
Yeah, you wish.
Benty, Mickey Mouse and Genie make up the top.
And who?
Genie, the
Right.
genie
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the bottle. Make up the top two most iconic characters of all time, according to Toink.com. Who comes third?
Disney?
Yeah.
Woody, Toy Story.
You want to go Woody?
Yes.
Wrong. Donald Duck.
Oh, do you know I was going to go like that?
I thought Woody and Buzz and all them would have been.
Well, you got it wrong then, you idiot.
Yeah. As I'm Secret Trains that you've never been on.
Universal, mate. Epic. Shout out Harry Potter ride. What ride that is.
Andy, how many people visit Disneyland Resort in California every year?
None of your business, Bill.
Oh.
A year?
Yeah.
I'd say 10,000 a day, 70,000 a week, 300,000 times to 304. What's the question?
How many people go to Disneyland Resort in
I'm gonna go.
A week.
I'm going
a week.
every year?
I'm going to 11 million people a year.
Okay.
369 to 1.2. Where'd you go? 11
million.
No, ain't that many. 12 million. I'm lost.
28 million.
Is it 28? Yeah. A lot of people.
Do you want one more?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, closest to the.
How
pin.
long would it take to sleep?
How long would it take?
Can't talk today.
Yeah.
How long would it take to sleep in every single room at Disney World for one night across their resorts and hotels?
I've done that.
For one night?
What, in hotels?
One night.
Stupid question. it is.
Their resorts and hotels.
Do you know what? Stop music.
Basically at
Stop
Disney
music.
World.
It's ridiculous. I don't even want to.
2.5 years.
28 years.
81 years.
So I'm closest.
Yeah.
I mean, good question. Bill, do me a favour.
Oh, yeah.
Get out.
Okay, yeah.
DB, good to be back. Give me a little high five. It's
I see
going
you.
on. Yeah, we've got another big day of it tomorrow, then we'll do it Wednesday and Thursday. And yeah, you get the gist of it. Thanks so much for staying with us. Thanks for your kind words. Shame none of them were for Bentley. Have a lovely evening. See you, boy. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
there's a bit of housery about it. And since Cucurella's gone, I kind of like that housery.
Oh no, I think it's a great quality. I think if you're talking about a footballer strictly on the pitch here, and you use words like, oh, he's snide, he's snarling, he's aggressive. These are good words to use about a footballer. I want players to be like that. I think Chelsea have been a little bit too nice over recent years, and I think having somebody that is a little bit more on the front foot is a good thing. Enzo Fernandez, we've seen it. Like when he scored that goal against Paris Saint-Germain, he's running off towards their ultras, showing them the Club World Cup badge. Whenever we play Manchester United, he's got Mason Mount round the throat. Like he understands what Mason Mount's relationship with Chelsea fans is, and he leans into that. There are qualities to Enzo Fernandez, no doubt. But I'd 100% want him out of the club and 100% take the money.
Okay, Sean?
I totally agree. I do like him as a footballer, but his heart's not in it. And from the minute he started to tout himself around in terms of, I want to play for Madrid, you know what? Guess what? Go. The player I want to see fit is Lavia. Now, when I don't think you remember between towards the end of December 2024, we almost went to the top of the league. And the reason why that was is because